But we will play. Where is it? We will play the jingle.
All right.
Have a amazing day. Have a amazing day. I hope you have an amazing day.
Woo.
Hello, Kyle. How are you today?
Hello.
Right, so we're gathered again. I'm in my kitchen this time because I don't want to be too noisy at this time of night with my housemate sleeping in the room above. So I go here instead because this guy sleeps better. He doesn't go to bed early, so he's all right. So I've got
Around
box
my
two.
library.
Box 2 I'm going through today. I don't know if anyone's going to turn up and hang out. I've shared some links out to people. Last time went pretty well. We had a few people in the end. But yeah, let's see if anyone wants to join us. I sent a link to Cap if Cap wants to join us. I sent the link to Rayman because he said last time he would have joined us, but he didn't realise that I invited him. As usual, trying to get into a box. What are your boxes like for actually getting comics out of? Mine are pressed so hard into the boxes that it's pretty hard to get them out. All right, can you guess what's in box 2, mate?
Let's see. Last week was Firestorm, so this week would be Green Lantern.
Nope, it's Marvel. It's Marvel.
It's Marvel.
Hello, one busy mama. Yep, it's a Marvel box. It's all Daredevil this week. It's all Daredevil. Very happy to own a yellow suit one. Quite surprised.
I used to own Daredevil 3, but I gave it away.
Wow. I'm sure you traded it for something good, mate. So
Gave it away as a gift.
As a gift? Wow.
Gave it away as a gift to my grandnephew.
Is that one of the ones you gave to him, was it?
Yep. He loved Daredevil. I had issue 3. I was like, all right, well, you love
That's
it.
very, very nice of you. Yeah, I was real happy to get this one. It didn't cost me an awful lot in the end. I was real happy with the deal I got for this. I thought it was pretty decent. It's all on the staples and everything. So, yeah, it's got some spine roll in that, but, just happy to have a yellow suit. And it's the first appearance of Mr. Fear.
Well, there you
Be
go.
prepared for the ultimate in sheer villainy and suspense when the lone Daredevil battles the Fellowship of Fear. I think that's Ox from the what do you call it? The Spider-Man crime fight. Is it a crime syndicate or something? I think that would come up.
Yeah. Is that what, issue 5, 6?
Number 6.
6. So the issue before the change. Cool.
Yeah, issue last yellow suit, and then I wanted this one for a while because I really like the cover. It's a great cover, and it's another minor key. It's the first appearance of the Stilt Man.
That's good. That's a really good cover.
I know. I love this cover. It's such a good angle. Such a good action. It's crazy. It's bonkers. The Stilt Man is like literally one of the strangest and most crazy villains ever. But it's good stuff. And there's a newspaper flying down to Earth. Daredevil versus Stilt Man. Extra. I don't know how it could be in the newspaper when it's actually happening right at this moment. But I guess it must have happened early in the week, and I think he has to. I don't think he beats him the first time round, so I think that's probably what it is.
It's a paparazzi upskirt of Stilt Man.
Yeah. Right, the next one I've got is number 28. Thou shalt not covet thy neighbour's planet. He's fighting aliens. You don't see that very often. Daredevil versus aliens. It's not a common occurrence for the old Hornhead.
I'm spending my day crawling around the library, rearranging it, getting the table set up for Mr. Mandrake tomorrow.
All right. You're changing up your setup, are you?
Books.
Any particular reason? Just because you want it to be more
Mandrake books in the picture with me, so it's just not
right.
face.
Yeah, I've got to dig out my Spectre and my Freaks, I think it's called, Creeps that he signed for me. My little Spectre sketch. Right, number 50, nice round number. If in battle I fail, some tough guy, smashing up cars. I don't know if the picture's not so good in here, is it? I think because of more light overhead, it's like blurring it a bit more. I think it was better in the other room I was in last week. Right, this is my birthday book for September 1969. number 56.
Nice.
Death's Head, I think that is called. Yeah, Death's Head came riding. Hey, Werewolf at Lunchtime. Going for my Daredevil box this week. That was my birthday book. So that's 53 years old, that comic. Blimey. Right, number 64. You lost the girl you loved, but you found the stunt master. You're as good as dead, DD. And look, there's a bit of a trope on Daredevil comics. There's another newspaper in the background with a headline with Daredevil in it. That's quite interesting. I wonder how many more like that. Daredevil in LA, that one says. That might have to be a future Slinger's Choice for cover slingers. Covers with newspapers mentioning the hero. I'll guess I could find 5 covers like that. These are one pence ones as well. The old UK price variants. And actually, is that pence or is that shilling? I'm not too sure.
It was 60.
Karen's dead! Dead! And you're the one who killed her. The murderous menace of the man called Brimstone. Well, this is before... This was before decimalisation still. Because there's no pence on there. It's like a little dash. So I think it might be a shilling, which was the old 12 pence, I believe. I don't know. It changed anyway. Trapped in the tar pits of death. If I die here and now, I'll be a victim of a perfect crime. My body will be hidden for 1,000,000 years. I'm not sure if it actually goes back in time on this one. I can't remember. But those mammoths look to be alive rather than... Did the tar pits have fake mammoths in them? Do you know the tar pits? You've got like a lot of tar pits anyway. Some in America, aren't they?
Yeah, the La Brea tar pits in Los Angeles.
Los Angeles. Do they have fake mammoths or they just have the tar pits?
Yeah, they have fake stuff all around it.
So maybe these are fake mammoths then, as part of the... It changed in 71. That's right, Werewolf. So yeah, so that's the old pence. He's down. Daredevil was caught in the bomb blast, and if he dies, you kids get the chair. A city in turmoil, a city in flame. There's some hippie beatniks. Obviously, they've as a protest, they've bombed a building or something, and it just happens they've almost killed Daredevil. Oh no. Calamity. You're going to show some of your books as well. You're going to show some of your... Did you have a chance to finish going through all your indie ones yet?
No, I'm just now getting around to pulling them over here.
Yeah, you got big... How many did you get from that chap?
Oh, like
20, 30?
50 to 100 or so.
50 wow, that's a lot. Hey, Sly.
Here's a fun cover to show off.
Oh, I say, hold on a second. That looks a little bit saucy. The price guide. What's Fogel's price guide for? Underground comics.
Underground comics.
I see.
Pretty things.
Yeah.
Be able to tell the print and such.
Who was it? You said we looked like the Freak Brothers, me and you. Someone said that last week. I'm sure they did.
Here's another
one where
you don't see every day.
Weird trips.
The Ed Gein story. The guy.
Oh, really? Wow.
The lambs and.
Yeah, I know Ed Gein. I know him. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Even Psycho was. Had some basis on him.
And then here you go, just for fun.
Mooney. That's not a Mooney. That's a boob shot.
Mooney the boob shot. Yeah. Yeah.
Cool. You have a chance to look at Mark's video. He's come back from his con that he went to.
I got done watching that.
You watched it, yeah? He's got a few good sketches and signatures and that.
Yeah, those were some funny ones. All right.
Yeah.
I think I got everything I need so I can sit my ass back down.
Here you go. We've got a sixpence now. So now rather than a shilling, old pence, you've got. Why am I showing you on the small screen? I've got to get back on the big screen.
I'm the richer. All right.
Daredevil number 82.
Boards and bags I can use to get all these fancies.
This is a good area. I'm not sure when in the 70s it was, early 70s maybe, but when they did the box covers, they had a lot like that in this period, didn't they? Do you know when they did that?
Now to find a golden age comic book cover.
There you go, lovely yellow border. And this is at that point he was shacked up with Black Widow. He and Black Widow in a relationship. I can never work out how them two managed to swing from building to building. They've got no height and agility or anything like that. It always just Daredevil was one of those characters. I like him, I don't mind him, but he's like every time I see him swinging from a building on this silly little billy club, and you know that he's blind, and you just think to yourself, this is, you know, it's the hardest to suspend disbelief when I read Daredevil. Let's put it that. Yeah. Let's put it that way. And like he always gets beaten to a pulp, but still manages to carry on fighting, and it's like okay. Anyway, it's a nice window cover as well. You see, he went for a lot of girlfriends in his time, and quite a lot of them got killed, didn't they? I've seen there's quite a few of them had sort of. I mean, at least two of them I think I've read recently died after he finished their relationship with them. Like Karen Page, she died, didn't she? And there was another one I was reading the other day. Another one of his girlfriends. She I think she got killed, but originally like suicide because it's kind of messed up. His relationships are kind of messed up. Like, there's another night. I love the window cover plus the big bold. You know, he could crush the world. I am back again, bigger, stronger than ever. And this time, nothing can stop me. Yeah. I believe they could stop you because you're not in the next issue. So I believe you were stopped. But next issue, we have Man Bull. Lie down and die, Masked Man. You can't hide from an entire city of monsters. Legion of the Lost. Anyone got any Daredevil, Black Widow facts? Anything they know from this period? Feel free to put it in the chat so I can show it to everybody. Anybody wants to come in? I've sent the link out to quite a few people already. Anyone wants to come in and chat Daredevil and show some of their own comic books? Then by all means do so. What's this about Elektra? Oh yeah, Elektra. That's right. Yeah, of course. Oh, God, Jesus. Oh man, that's the most well-known one. Why did it take? Well, I couldn't even think of Elektra. Well done. I don't know why she didn't pop in my head. Oh, yours, Kyle. Why didn't you think of Elektra?
Oh no.
Daredevil and Elektra. I was completely just.
I got a dumb question. When did Dave Gibbons start in comics? I didn't think he started till like the late 70s, early 80s.
I'm guessing late 70s, early 80s. Yeah, that would be my guess.
Well, because here is a 20p underground British comic.
Rock and roll madness.
And looky who's doing the interior art.
Oh, yeah.
From 1974.
74, eh? Okay.
So I may have very, 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 very early Dave Gibbons stuff.
You'll have to talk to him about it when you get him on the show, mate.
Yeah. Let's see who else pops up.
Yeah, watch out, ladies. Daredevil's probably best not to have a relationship with. Too many of his exes end up being ex-alive as well as ex-girlfriends.
Don't need to guess who that is.
You said you would show something else. I would have left you on the screen. Oh, that's your Robert Crumb, innit?
That's Robert Crumb.
You can tell by the width of the rump on the lady that's Robert Crumb.
The big butt.
Big butt, but not very big breast, though, wasn't he? He was definitely an arse man.
Definite breast, but he is definitely.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely there, but they're like they're not proportional to the buttocks, if you know what I mean. Hey, we've got We've got WM back from last week. WM, that guy who, from the JM Dimitri stream. It's Daredevil this week, Mark.
Oh, Daredevil, yay!
Daredevil block. So if you've got any information, about the character, about the period, we were just talking about how many girlfriends of Daredevil would end up dead. There was Karen Page. There's another one that I was reading recently. I can't remember what her name was, but she got killed. And we were both talking about, completely forgot about Elektra. It wasn't until Noyan Rad mentioned Elektra in the chat. First of all, I was like, Elektra? What do you mean Elektra? For some reason, I was thinking Electro. I was thinking the Spider-Man villain for some reason. I saw Elektra, and it was like, took a while for the penny to drop. It was Elektra, of course. It's the third, at least 3 women that he's had a relationship with ended up dead.
No, she's alive.
She's alive again, but she died at one point. I mean, I don't know, you can count Black Widow as dead. She died in a movie. Yeah. She didn't die in the comic books after finishing with Daredevil, but what's your Daredevil run like? Have you read him a lot?
To be honest, Daredevil is one of those characters that I collect accidentally. I don't know. I've never set out to collect Daredevil, but that's the way I buy comics.
Yeah.
I've got quite a lot of them. Actually, today I bought a couple in auction.
Cool. You're auctioning again, mate. You just got back from football and you're already hitting the auctions.
Yeah, I know.
Man, you've got it bad.
Well, no, I was quite restrained today. I only bought 2. And there was Daredevil 131. Is that the first bullseye?
Nice.
Sure. Daredevil 31, the first bullseye, and the second, and 1-3, which is the second bullseye. And I thought I quite like collecting. I like special comics.
It's a nice cover as well. That one.
It is quite a nice cover. I've never had. Yeah, there you go.
This is number 116. This is the guy that I think I must have my early comics. I think it must have. The Owl. Yeah, the Marvel UK variants. I always sort of saw Daredevil fighting the Owl, so I always thought the Owl was like his arch nemesis kind of thing. I don't know why, but when I was first reading him, he always seemed to be fighting the Owl. So I was thinking he was like the Joker to his Batman kind of thing.
The Owl is his first major enemy from issue 3.
Oh, right. So he starts in issue 3, does he? Okay.
Yeah.
2 flew over the nest, but only one shall survive.
I know that because I gave that comic away. So.
Oh, that's the one you gave to your nephew. Yeah, Daredevil and Black Widow were in love, but Daredevil didn't respect Black Widow's skills, so she broke up with him. Yeah, they always seem relationships between superheroes always seem very weird. They always seem to sort of split up for spurious reasons, kind of thing. It's like, they both love each other, but for some reason they've split up. And it's like, well, if you love each other, why don't you split up? It doesn't make some sense. They were very strange reasonings they have sometimes in comic books.
Yeah, so I've actually got quite a lot of that. I've picked up all the Stiltman ones as well.
That was my second one that I just showed off a minute ago. It was just one I really wanted because this is such a great cover.
That's such a great cover.
Just the way it's laid out, the angle of it, looking up at the towering Stiltman.
I mean,
it's a really great cover.
Completely naff villain, but I mean,
he's a very silly villain, but
it does lead to some great perspective. Doesn't it?
Definitely. And I think he's a silly villain, but I kind of like him. He's got that little niche, you know what I mean? He's got a little niche. He's kind of like, his powers make sense in a way, like stealing from high-rise buildings and stuff like that. But I mean, I suppose it'd be easy to get away. You can walk over like 5 streets at once. But when the helicopter's overhead, you can't do nothing about it, can you? So you still catch you in the helicopter.
What you need to do is to tie some string around your legs. And
it does certainly have. It does lack in certain areas. Put it that way.
And there's quite a few. There's quite a few Daredevil Stiltman comics.
Yeah, it's true.
I think there's a second. There's 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, definitely one of his major villains, isn't he? Stiltman is one of his major villains. But no major villains on this one. Clockwise from the top, there's Silvermane, Man Killer, Dreadnought, Blackwing, and the Savage El Jaguar. Yeah, ooh. I can't say that any of those.
I've never heard of any of them.
No, I think Silvermane, maybe you might have gone on something else. Silvermane sounds more familiar.
Yeah.
Man Killer, El Jaguar. What do you call a final climatic battle with 5 supervillains? How about Holocaust?
Oh, that's nice. I like that.
Surrounded.
I like those.
Surrounded by enemies.
Yeah, I like those ones with people I've never heard of.
Yeah. Good point. I wonder if any of them were killed by Scourge of the Underworld later on. No, on a Dreadnought. I think Dreadnought is a robot thing. I think he's turned up a few times. The Dreadnought he's called, isn't he? He's the Dreadnought. He's like a robot.
Yeah, I think
Wonder Man's fought him. I believe it was Wonder Man fought him, I think, at one point. And Iron Man definitely fought him as well. But this one, in the clutches of the Copperhead. You crossed my path for the last time, Masked Man. No one can survive my darts of doom. My chest on fire. My heart pounding madly. In seconds, I'll be dead. I've had a bit of a sore throat this week, last weekend, in case anyone's wondering. If I'm sounding huskier and sexier than I normally do, it's because my throat's gone down a couple of octaves.
I don't know if that's possible, Gray.
I know. It's impossible, almost impossible for me to sound any sexier than I normally do. It's very true, Mark. Thank you for pointing out that obvious fact. But so I had something to say, I suppose. Yeah, maybe Kingpin could be considered his arch villain.
I have to say, I always thought Kingpin was Daredevil's arch.
Yeah, I reckon so. Probably, yeah.
Yeah, he came on years
prolonged.
later.
Yeah, did he actually start in Spider-Man Kingpin, or did he start in Daredevil?
Yeah, Spider-Man 50. He was much more of a Spider-Man bad guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right, Kyle. He first appeared in Spider-Man.
It makes sense. It makes sense that he appears in any villain. Any hero based in New York. It makes sense that Kingpin are going to face off against them at some point, or they're going to mess in Kingpin's businesses at some time, and he's going to send people after them. So it makes sense. And let's face it, that's the weird thing about Marvel Comics. Every character based in New York, practically every character for ages, wasn't it? It's kind of very strange.
Well,
Stan lived there or something, and that's why he thought it'd make everyone,
Well, Jack Kirby on Yancey Street,
Yeah.
That's where he was brought up.
Yeah. I know Ben Grimm was also back Yancey Street, wasn't he? Yeah, it's fighting a Copperhead again.
Oh, nice.
Vengeance cries.
Are we sort of late 70s? What number is that one?
125.
Oh, so we're sort of mid to late 70s, are we?
I think we're in the mid 70s
Yeah.
now. Let's have a quick look inside. 75. 75. Don't get much more mid than that.
Yeah.
Well, you want to show a couple more of yours, Kyle?
I just want to torment Mark for a minute because I don't think he's seen.
Oh, no, that's nice. What's that? I don't think I've seen that before.
Robert Crumb Tuttle.
Word from
Number 4.
4.
Hup.
Yeah,
19.
Yeah, I've got a few issues of Hup. Whether I've got Hup number 4 or not, I don't know.
They've got some weird names, haven't they? A lot of these underground
Radical
comics.
Rock. You haven't seen my latest live where I pull out all these I got gifted, did you?
I did watch the one where you had all those underground comics. Yes.
Yeah, that's what I got here. Like earlier,
Corbin. Yeah, I did see it, Kyle. Yeah, it's
I had a bit of an epiphany here because here's the 1974 British Underground.
Yeah, I've got one of those. Rock and Roll Madness. Yeah,
and Dave Gibbons worked on it.
Yeah.
I was wondering when he first started.
Yeah, I've got a whole box full of those type of things, and I've definitely got a Rock and Roll Madness, but I don't think it's that one.
Do you know when Dave Gibbons started working professionally as an artist?
Oh, do you know, or are you asking whether I?
No, because me and Carl were thinking it was late 70s maybe, but that comic was 74, was it, or 75?
Early 70s.
Early 70s. It's borne out by the fact that that's a 74 comic, wasn't it, Carl?
Yeah, but I mean that's underground. That's basically considered.
Yeah, he'd have been in his early 20s then.
So he might have started in that kind of thing before he got like more mainstream work, maybe. Right, you going to show some of your thought bubble stuff again today, Mark?
I haven't brought
it all away. Oh, no worries. No worries.
I was expecting to sit and watch you display your Daredevil.
Yeah, I like to break it up with other people showing stuff as well, though. I don't want to. This is a cool villain. I was for Deathstalker. He always had a really cool look. They call me Deathstalker hero. And here's the reason why. Stairway to Slaughter. This was a weird story. I think this is the first appearance of him. Not first appearance, this is an early appearance. And like he's got some weird. I'm not sure. I think it's this guy who does this.
What's his story then, Deathstalker?
I don't know. I've not read enough of the early Daredevils to know. I mean, I've seen him in passing a few times, like in the odd story here and there. And I just think he's got a good look, but I don't know anything about him really. I can't even think if he's got. I think he might have some kind of death touch. I can't remember though. I think he's got a death touch of some sort, but I really can't. Because like my early Daredevil is very intermittent. I'm not even sure what I'm trying to go
Death for. Is the one with the death touch that dies when Miller takes over this series.
Who takes over?
When Frank Miller takes over the series, that first story in 158,
Oh, right.
That's Deathstalker. He freezes Deathstalker into a headstone.
Oh,
So,
nice.
Deathstalker's a woman.
It's a woman?
There's been multiple characters.
Oh, yeah, it must be yeah, that makes sense. I think one of the Deathstalkers might have been killed by the Scourge of the Underworld. I don't count with you know. Don't quite. It did kill quite a lot of B-list villains.
330 or 320 or whatever.
Yeah. Daredevil does have some powerful senses. Yeah, I feel pretty tired myself. Right, I think this one I might have shown on Cover Slingers recently. Can't remember what the theme was. I think it was what was the theme?
Here's a good shark one to show on Cover Slingers.
We had Shark Week years ago. Let me show this one first. And it's Man Ball.
Of course, there's little boobs here, so
Give it a set up. The Man Ball bust loose. Yeah, that's what happens when you haven't got a strong enough elastic in your underpants.
Yeah, that's
The
right.
Man Ball bust loose.
The man ball breaks out.
Yeah. What is that you were showing, Carl?
He was showing an underground one up the cab. It might be.
it had some boobs on it. It was a chick riding a dolphin and some big boobs.
Oh, I thought it was a shark. Okay, cool.
Or a shark, yeah, chick riding a shark, big boobs.
Okie dokie. A shark in the bath. Why not?
Roxy Funny's #1, and by the appearance of it, it looks like it was in the print mint fire. So,
What fire?
the print mint fire, the
Oh,
fire that destroyed most first print copies of Zap 1 and stuff like that.
okay.
So,
This is a cool
Now
skeleton cover.
I think that is the issue before Bullseye's first appearance.
It's 130, so yeah, it may well be.
Bullseye 131. I actually think that's a pretty good cover.
I wonder if he's in the back cover on the last page. He didn't get a cameo in this one, did he? Bullseye.
I don't think there's a cameo in there. No, I think he's
Let's
just
have a look. No, don't look like it.
and technically, first appeared in Nick Fury #15. That was his first cameo,
Okay.
but then he dropped off for a little bit, and then they put him in Daredevil a couple of years later. But that Stranko running Nick Fury, he was in
Cool.
the character, that not Bullseye, the guy though.
All right. So look, I've got 130, and the next one I've got is 134. So yeah, no Bullseye in my run. The torpedoes blasting on me on either side. Oh, and his double is taken on the other.
One of my
Whichever
favorite
way I turn, I'm doomed.
anti-heroes. I love the torpedo back then.
I didn't think he was an anti-hero. I thought he was just a hero. Whenever I've seen him, he was like always portrayed as a hero. He was like a high school jock, wasn't he? I mean, he didn't show up an awful lot. Marvel Premiere, I remember him being in Marvel Premiere for, I don't know, 3 issues now, I think. But yeah, it's one of those characters, yeah, don't see an awful lot of. So there wasn't a female torpedo for a while as well. Am I mistaken? Can't remember now. But so this.
Oh, wait a minute. That's his first appearance was in Daredevil 126.
What's that?
Torpedoes first. Oh no, Marvel Premiere. Sorry.
Oh right, yeah.
No, wait a minute. No. First appearance, Daredevil 126. Which was that one you just showed?
Yeah, not 126, unfortunately. I haven't got 126. I've got 125, 128. That was 134.
Oh, okay.
Right. Rather a long story with the Jester. There you go. See, this is the third appearance of a newspaper on the cover of Daredevil talking about Daredevil. There's one on the Stiltman one. There was one in the back alley that you saw, and there's this one here. So I was thinking to myself, it could be a future cover slingers like thing, like
news
Slinger's Choice, Choice kind of thing. I've found 3 already just in the Daredevil run. And this next one used to be my oldest Daredevil. It's got no cover on it. One day maybe I'll get a new copy with a cover.
What number is that?
136. Right, 137. He's still fighting. It's quite 3 issues fighting the mad. What was he called? Madman? The Jester. It's called the Jester.
Oh, that's nice. I like that monster in the white.
I think it's a funhouse kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Steel jaws spell death. The Jester's steel jaws.
Nice.
Struggle you wish, Scarlet Fool. If I can't destroy you, my deadly murder maze will.
He's sort of poor man's Joker. Yeah,
it's like Joker in an arcade by the looks of it with his murder maze, and yeah, there's quite a lot of those kind of like jestery kind of villains, though, isn't there?
That was the other thing. So when I bought the first Bullseye, which is 131, 132 is actually the first arcade.
Okay.
Yeah.
I haven't got that one either. Go back and look. I always thought arcade was where are these? I remember he fought Spider-Man a few times and X-Men a few times, didn't he? So I always think of him as an X-Men.
He was mainly an X-Men villain. One. He got his big...
one of the ones I've sent to Kyle is a great arcade cover.
Okay, cool. There's that one in the X-Men. Spider-Man
112.
Yeah, one of the...
Is it the second appearance of Captain Britain or something in Marvel Team Up or something?
The
one after
that's what I'm thinking of. Sorry, it's not it. You're right. It's a Marvel team up. It's the second appearance of Captain Britain in America.
Yeah, that's right. I thought he was. Right, Deathstalker was originally the exterminator. Daredevil blasted him with a laser, seemingly killing him, but in reality, split in 2 parts of himself, become the Deathstalker. He can also appear on Earth a few hours at a time, and he stole gloves from AIM that gives him death touch. But really, they basically freeze you.
Yeah. And
he can't be touched by anyone. He's kind of like a ghost. Yeah, that rings a bell. So he's Wraith-like. He's Wraith-like. Yeah, that's good stuff.
Like that X-Men 112 has arcade as a carnival barker on the cover of it.
That's right. Yeah.
There's Frugal Mama. Hi, Frugal Mama. If you need exercise with Frugal Mama. She does.
Does she do exercise? Yeah.
She's an exercising channel, yeah. She's like basically, and also like just chatting and that kind of thing. It's not into comic books at all, but she's always supportive of my stream, so I go and check her out. She does all this stretching and exercise, and I just lie on the bed drinking tea and going, "No, that looks like something I can't be bothered to do." But I like that she supports my channel. I like to go and support her channel as much as possible as well. She's a good egg. All right, the Beetle. I like the Beetle. I know he's not that made. I always think he's quite a cool villain. Now this is the old school Beetle armor as well.
Again, he's an early Spider-Man villain, isn't he?
Yeah, I think so. He definitely has fought Spider-Man anyway. And
the Beetle goes back to the old Ant-Man stuff back in Tales to Astonish.
Yeah.
The Giant Man Wasp stuff.
That old school costume of his though is
whirlwind.
with the long fingers.
Yeah,
with suction pads on them.
We need to bring him back. I like the Beetle.
Yeah, well, he got new armor upgrade, didn't he? Later when he was fighting Spider, and then he got his armor taken off him during the armor wars. So there was technology in his armor that belonged to Stark, and he was one of the guys that he zapped his armor and Made it stop
He
working.
was one of the original Thunderbolts as Mach 1. That was his update there. They made
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it became one of their Thunderbolts. 142. These are great villain duos. Spend a lot of time fighting Daredevil, and also I think Four's fought Mr. Hyde a few times. I can't remember, but it's Mr. Hyde and Cobra, a really kind of weird sort of team up, to be honest, because they always hated each other, and like half the time Mr. Hyde's trying to kill Cobra. Or is it Cobra? Or... It's Cobra, isn't it?
You saw my video the other day. It's Journey into Mystery 98 introduces Hyde, 99 introduces Cobra, and 100 they team up.
I don't remember that. When was that live?
That was the live when your battery cut out. I actually showed that run of Journey into Mystery that introduced those two.
Oh, right, cool. Yeah, they're quite cool.
So they've been around quite a long time then.
Yeah, I don't think they're friends anymore though. I think Mr. Hyde's tried to kill
98, 99. And then from there they did a classic right after the Juggernaut Spider-Man fight in like 230, 231 of Spider-Man. There was a classic run of Spidey fighting Hulk and Cobra and that. Yeah,
Mr. Hyde is just an horrible kid. Didn't he? He was one of the ones who had to give Hercules brain damage one time, weren't they? When the Brotherhood of Evil or the Masters of Evil, what they were called, attacked the Avengers Mansion. And I think he was one of the ones who did his best to make sure Hercules wasn't getting up again, kind of thing. I think he was one anyway. I can't remember now. Could be confused with somebody else. What's his name? It's like Zarbo. His name is Basil Zarbo or Calvin Zarbo. That's it.
He actually was in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. He's Daisy Johnson's dad. He's Quake's dad.
Okay, that's interesting. I think I saw the first 3 series of that. How many series of that has there been now?
7, I think, before they cut it off.
Wow.
What number are you on with Daredevil there?
This next one is 143.
So did you have 138 with Ghost Rider?
No, I don't think so.
No, that 138 with Ghost Rider, and then Ghost Rider issue like 28. That crossover by Byrne, that is amazing.
Well, it's on my list anyway. Maybe one day I'll get it. But this is rare because it's in My Light. Don't get to see any of my books in My Light, but occasionally somehow I get a My Light from somewhere. I have no idea how it came into my possession.
Why do you have a Quid comic in My Light?
Why not?
Because he was sent to it. Because he was sent to it.
Yeah, I sent it. It's got nothing to do with the value of the comic book. It's literally just the fact that I think this one might have been an okay from. I don't see any videos from him anymore. Slot It Up, isn't that his channel was? And then there's some numbers, but I'm not seeing any videos from him for ages. And Cobra and Hyde again. So I just kept it in the My Light and
nice.
Put one on the back of it as well, because I like to put 2 things in a bag. One bag on board can deal with 2 comics quite easily, just as easily. I don't see these people who use one bag on board for each comic. They're just come on now. Economize, guys. Economize. There's only so much plastic and paper in the world. If everyone just
bagger.
Yeah, exactly. I'm a double bagger. It's like recycling, really, when you think about it.
I double bag my dollar books, but if they're valuable, there's no way I put anything in with them.
Yeah, I'm with you, Kyle.
No, I don't think it's good because the spines are against each other as well. So when you got them in a thing, if you've got one per bag, you have to stop them and turn, don't you? All the way through the thing.
Yeah,
well, like this,
got
they're already
acid-free backing board, which you have to have an acid-free backing board, then it'll last forever. The backs of most backing boards aren't acid-free, and if you leave
but they're all right. They're going to last as long as I'm alive. I know, as long as I'm alive, they'll be fine, Anyone who gets to own them afterwards can put them in as many bags and board as they want. But when they're in my collection and they cost lots of money, they'll go in whatever.
Headley is the owl by night.
Yeah, exactly. He's very big as well. He's grown in this one, although it could just be for.
It looks a bit.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the owl was his first official villain because 1 and 2 were kind of 2 was Matador or something, just something stupid, and 1 was his introduction.
Thanks.
But the owl was his first ongoing villain.
Hello, Cardstock.
And then issue 4 was the intro of the Purple Man.
Yeah, apparently the flap could damage the book apparently as well.
Well said, Norrin.
I've never heard that, but yeah, but if you never plan to grade it, I don't see why not. Yeah, exactly. I'm not planning to grade it. To be honest, like I was late in the game for bagging a boarding at all. I mean, when I was back in 2018, when I was going for my boxes, literally there was boxes full of comics with no bags, no balls, just raw comics in boxes. And like I haven't got the cash to like buy, because they work out expensive, 100 bags and balls, like 20 quid or something like that, easy, you know. And like when you've got like quite a lot of boxes, it's just so a lot of my comics still are like 6 comics in a bag with no board.
Yeah.
Just
up until like 2015, I think it was 2015, I finally got everything bagged and boarded where I do front to back on like the fillers and things like that. But, you know, this was fancy. And for the first time in 30 years at the time of collecting, I had everything bagged and boarded. Now I'm back to not having everything bagged and boarded again.
Yeah, they're one of the ones I think that was in my box, like completely raw, was the first appearance of Harley Quinn. Completely raw it was in the box. And like, and I don't know if I even knew that I had it until I was going through the box. I was like, I've got a feeling I've got that comic. But that's the thing. I had comics, and it took too many of them turned out I didn't have them. But I thought I had them because, like, for example, the first Carnage and the first Venom, I was sure I had them because I was collecting Spider-Man at that time, and I remember seeing Venom and Carnage. But my comic shop never gave it to me, and I wasn't, because I was collecting so many comics at the time. I didn't sort of notice that ones weren't given to me, kind of thing. So that was a killer. But the Harley Quinn one he gave to me by accident because I wasn't collecting it. So that he was like, I've got, you know, he did a good thing there, but the other ones he effed up on, and never mind.
I passed up on a bunch of that issue and the dollar bin lots. I never cared for it. Still don't.
What's that? Harley Quinn?
Harley Quinn first appearance. That's just not my cup.
Wait, if you find another one at dollar bin, Kyle, I'll give you $2 for it.
Yeah. If I find another money, then I'll get it. But, you know, I'm not in a hurry to clog my stacks with stuff I don't need anymore.
No, that's it. I think it's got quite nice. I think it's got a good cover though. I think that's got a good cover. It's good. Is it Bruce Timm, the artist?
Yeah, it's Bruce Timm and stuff. That's just not my cup of tea.
Nah, they weren't bad. I've only got a few. The Adventure. I've got the other one. I've got, which is quite big. The annual Batman Adventures. I've got the Mr. Freeze annual. I think that's quite sought after now as well because it's like a really good story. They made it a really good episode of the show, didn't they?
Yeah.
I think they made a film out of it.
So speaking of the Batman Adventures, what's you guys' opinion on Kevin Conroy dying?
Yeah, that was sad.
Yeah, he did the voiceover, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he voiced loads of Batman, didn't he? Loads of stuff. He did a couple of films as well, I think.
Yeah.
As well as all the Batman Adventures and that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite young. He wasn't that old, was he?
66.
Yeah, that's young. That's young, Ray.
Well, that's the age my mum died at. So yeah, that's young as far as I'm concerned, mate. I tell you. So you should have had at least another 20 years, but there you go. That's funny life, isn't it? Yeah. It's no age nowadays, is it?
Nope.
But well, that's the thing though. Once if something's got your name on it, then that's it. You're out of here, you know.
If I make 10 more years, I'll hit 66. Because Friday I hit 56.
Oh yeah, that's right. It's your birthday. You doing anything crazy?
Yeah, sitting on my ass, scratching it, and probably looking around.
Yeah.
Going
no drunken orgies planned then. No, I suppose not. You affects your medicine.
Well, let's see. I can't drink because of the medication.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I can't go to an orgy because the radiation and things killed my drive to keep me alive. This is a tactful way to put that. Yeah. So yeah, no drunken orgies for me for a while.
Oh wow!
My funeral can be a drunken orgy. There we go.
You just have to slip. You have to just look in your comic boxes, mate. Look in your comic boxes and look at the sexy comics instead. That's what I'll have to do.
I have far too many sexy comic books.
There's another Cobra and Mr. Hyde.
God, there's loads of
these. Around this. Yeah. There's a period around here. I think the guy was called Sin, something Sin. And he was like a Tarzan-like character, but like a corrupt Tarzan who came to New York from a lost civilization in Africa. And he just basically acted like a complete arse, and like I think he ends up shagging bloody well Foggy Nelson's wife or something like that. I think she fell under his spell or something like that. Because he's got like some animal magnetism, charisma kind of thing, and a little woman was fawning over him, and yeah, it's a very strange. But anyway, Deathstalker again. Stay back, Avengers. His touch means certain doom. Let's take that back.
Now, what issue number is that?
This is 157. Hi, Don. If anyone wants the link, just hit me up and let me know, and I'll send it to them on Instagram if anyone wants to come in.
Almost looks like a burn cover. That's the issue before the Miller issue.
Colin and Milgram.
Colin and how could I mistake Colin and Milgram? Yeah, now I can see it up close. Yeah, definitely.
I can't.
From a distance, that looks like burn. Up close, you can see it's Gene Colan.
Yeah, I'm terrible at telling artists. Occasionally, I can.
So, do you have the next issue? It's a big one.
No. What is
I'd say it's on the trading block, but I'm not mailing shit overseas anymore. So.
No. Well, I've got nothing to trade anyway, so it's all good. What is one?
Yeah, you do. I saw you had Vampirella #1.
Yeah, and I'm keeping Vampirella #1, mate. That's what it's like. If it's due for trading, I'd say that I've got trading stuff, but I don't have trading stuff. I have stuff that I'm keeping until it's priced on my cold dead hand. That's what I have. I don't have trading stuff. Vampirella #1 she's my sister. She's my comic book sister. I
can't get rid of her.
Exactly. September 1969, the same as me. She's part of the family.
Yeah. And that whole story arc with Gladiator, and that was probably the best part of the Miller run.
Okay. When did the Miller run start? Because I think I've missed most of the beginning of it. Because I literally from
58 to 81, he stayed on pencils. Then he was touch and go through 190. Then he did an occasional cover.
Okay. Well, 157, and the next one I got is 166. So it's quite a jump.
Yeah.
So obviously that's the Miller run, and it was probably more expensive.
The first appearance of Elektra and Sparta Miller. And that's about the only one I'm missing, really, is the first appearance of Elektra. The rest of those fillers I can get all the time.
It's 167.
That is such a good run. I can't never consider myself that big of a Miller fan, especially like the Dark Knight stuff. But that run is so good.
Laser armed fire. DD's dark secret. Question: who is the Mauler? Question: why is he killing Daredevil? Answer: he's a villain. He's a wrong un, governor. That's why he's killing Daredevil.
Something that was really impressive about his run. Oh, you do have the first Elektra.
Yeah, I've got the first Elektra.
I thought.
No, that was 157. 157 was the one.
No, but I thought the 160. I thought she was before 166 for some reason. So
no.
So you don't want that one no more? Is what you
said? No, I don't need this one. No, I've got this one. So I tell you, gave this one to me. I got this one from Man Cave. Man Cave gave me an AK and a few.
Man Cave, if you're out there, I need one of those too.
I think he's giving his only one to me, so that's cool. And like, yeah, to be honest, I was going through the stuff he sent me. I didn't even know what it was. I was like, yeah, well, look, this one 160. I didn't know it was first Electra when I showed it. So I was like, oh, this one, just like, you know.
I keep forgetting it's like 172 and stuff where Gladiator crosses over. But that whole Miller run, and I read it in trades. I haven't owned the entire thing end to end, but the whole thing was interconnected right up through 190, 158 through 190. Everything affects something in the following stories and things like that. It wasn't disjointed at all. And that's what killed me about comics for a long time before like 1980. They were just one-offs or disjointed or 2 issues long. And I don't like big crossovers that take 20 issues to tell a story. But I also want 20 issues to tell a story, to be relevant to each other where you can call back. And
yeah. Certainly has got his place, like those kind of long running arcs, you know, definitely.
Yeah.
As long as you can remember what happened at the beginning.
Because I mean,
think
those are separate stories and separate villains, and different things happen.
But there are things that
overlap.
Yeah.
They overlap, and at the end it can cross them. And so many times they just quit doing that. Like I love the Defenders.
Great.
Like their longest thing was that you run.
You've got a key comic there. Can you please get the dollar bin comic out of its mylar and put your key comic in instead?
Yeah, that's probably $200.
No, that's all right. It's okay. It's in a plastic bag.
It'll make me feel better.
Nuts.
Maybe later I do it. Yeah. Have you got all yours in mylar, Mark? You're a mylar guy.
I've got a few in mylar. I generally just use a backing board and a modern poly bag now.
Yeah, I like to use Silver Age bags.
Yeah, I use Silver Age
size.
Yeah, I use Silver Age. That's nice.
A lot of my Mylars went in the mail today because, like,
that's a great cover. I love that cover.
That's the death of Electra, isn't it? That's one.
Yeah.
It's a giant size. I think the death of Electra is worth less than the first appearance of Electra, isn't it?
Yeah. It's worth less. It's such a good book, and then 190 comes back and reintroduces her, and it makes sense. It makes sense. It wasn't just all right, you were in a cocoon underwater and it wasn't really you. That's what made that so gripping, was like she was borderline dead and they used Hocus Pocus to bring her back.
Yeah, the hang.
But yeah, Mark, you're gonna have a bunch of new Mylars, buddy.
Good. I've got quite a few Mylars. I don't buy them these days. And
the biggies. The bigger older ones are in Mylar. The bigger Golden Age ones and things like that are in Mylar. But
never let it be said that Punisher is a hero, guys. He's not a hero.
Again, such a good story. He just seamlessly brought Punisher into Daredevil, and it just seamlessly fit.
Hi, John.
Hey, John. How are you, buddy? There's another guy. There's another package once.
Have you sent him a package?
Shipping prices go down. I got a box ready to go to John and the mates there, but
should have sent it with my package and I could have forwarded it to him.
So,
this is a cracking run on Daredevil you've got here.
Yeah, it is. You're missing a couple of the early ones, but
yeah, but they're on the list. But whether I'll get them or not is, depends. Depends when I see them, if I see them.
John's in here right now watching and listening. So, John, but we got Tom Mandrake coming on the second hour tomorrow. First hour, why don't you pop on a video and pop on and say hi to us, man? You need to be plugged in. Yeah, the damn shipping cost. We need John on the show for an appearance.
This is a rather boring cover, but
in a minute. So.
It's kind of interesting, I guess.
I quite like those minimalist covers.
It kind of tells a story, isn't it?
Yeah.
It conveys emotion, kind of conveys the despair that he's suffering from.
Yeah, I like all these Daredevil covers. I think the whole of this one.
And Mr. Tell the London Loves Comics guys, we got Tom Mandrake on tomorrow. What time is it, you guys' time?
Be at 9 o'clock.
10.
9 p.m.
We start at 8, but he's coming on for the second hour.
He's coming on at 9 o'clock. Tom Mandrake tomorrow at 9 o'clock. We had JMD Mateus last week for an hour and a half. It was just brilliant. We had your buddy Hillary Barta on a while back. You got to hang out with us, John.
Is this when she comes back?
That is such a good book. That is, honestly, of the run, I think that's the best one.
I haven't got my Daredevil because I've kind of got them the here and there. I've never read them from the beginning of what I've got to the end of what I've got. So I've never read them in order. So I'll be like, if I'll get a couple of old ones and then I'll get a couple of later ones. So I literally will read whatever order I get them in,
They brought her back and it was logical. You missed the Mateus. You can watch it on the rewind, buddy. You can watch it on the rewind. And Barta said, hey, by the way. So, because he knows my buddy Hillary Barter too. So,
Yeah.
catch JMD Mateus on Gray's channel here.
How does a man search for his own soul?
That's why they better get Born Again right. So they better get that right. When that Daredevil series comes out, they better get that right. Because that is so good. Klaus Janssen's first solo book as the penciler.
Did you watch the Daredevil series, the previous he's been on TV, hasn't he, before the same
It was good.
Yeah.
And so it has really great moments. But if they're actually going to step him up and do Born Again,
are they? Okay.
They
Looks
really
like John's got the whole run.
Born Again follows up with that. Yeah, he got a DD1. It's pretty sweet.
Yeah, nice.
But Born Again Miller comes back in and helps put it back together. And it really is a humanistic story that just makes sense. You know, that whole run, he followed up with Jansen, Mazzucchelli.
Mazzucchelli, he's the guy who did Batman Year One as well.
Yeah. And it was just good. I mean, their art wasn't as good, but the story just stayed.
Did anyone know about a proposed DD cartoon?
I thought they actually came out with a couple of them. I think I've seen the bootleg.
He had a crime-fighting dog.
Yeah, there you go. His crime.
All the best heroes have got crime-fighting dogs.
He had a blind guy's dog.
Yeah.
I think that was Stan Lee's idea.
Yeah,
I think Kevin Smith and Stan Lee talk about that. Hey, Bishop, you got a computer right there in front of you, man.
Oh, Rayman's here. Hey, Rayman.
Hey.
How you doing, mate?
What's happening?
Not too bad. I'll let you guys have a quick chat. I'm going to make myself a cup of tea, actually, because my throat's dry as a
Bishop to get a link.
You have a chat.
Okay.
What are you guys showing?
Pretty good.
My age.
Yeah, me too.
So, Gray's showing a bunch of Daredevil. I've shown a few Undergrounds. So, I got to figure out how to get Mr. Bishop. Mr. Bishop, let me know if you need to stream. I can link it to you on Messenger or whatever. You come in the StreamYard with us because I want to make Mr. Bishop a regular since he's a big to-do in the London comics community. Now, do you know Mr. Bishop yet?
No. Nope.
I need to. This is my comic guy, John. When you go to the London Mart at the end of the month, this is my comic guy. Okay. You need to go clean him out of his stuff when you set up at the Mart.
Yeah, although Kyle has cleaned me out of most of my X-Men.
Yeah, well, they can get over that, but I didn't clean you out of everything. Man's got quality, high-grade stuff at a good price. That's the man to go see.
How you doing, Ray? Did you go to the flea market this week?
Nah, it rained. Got rained out. Couldn't go.
Where you at? You on the East Coast?
Yeah, Massachusetts.
I thought it was Massachusetts. I was going to say that.
What are you showing? Daredevil books?
Yeah, I'll go for my box number 2. So all Daredevil.
You've just missed the Miller run.
Ah.
Yeah. I think, is it Ann Nocenti? Did she do a run of him later on? Ann
Nocenti? Yeah, she did a lot.
Yeah, I think on that. There was a load because it comes some there's a bit of a run where, around about the time that Inferno, when New York got taken over by the techno demon virus or something rubbish. There's some really weird stories in that one. He goes to hell, and I think it might be the first appearance of Mephisto's son, Blackheart. Yeah. First there was storm, then earthquake, now 3 feet of gleaming death. There's a comic that I don't have. I was so sure that I had it. Daredevil with the yellow cover where he's got a gun. I was sure I had that comic, and I saw it like someone talking about it, and I was like, I've got that. And
I've got multiple copies of it. If you were my neighbor, I'd just hand you one of them.
I was like, I went through my box about 4 times trying to find that comic because I was so sure that I'd had it. It's really weird. I was like, you see a comic so much. You think
When I
you
go
got
back
it?
up to the
Turns out you
library,
haven't.
I'll dig it out. So
Lunch Money Comics. Do you guys know Lunch Money Comics?
Oh God.
Can't say I remember that
I got a
name.
gray man box here.
Grey Man box. Was he for a demon?
Nah, not demon.
Yeah, I know Lunch Money Comics. Brilliant. YouTube channel.
all right, Mr. Bishop, how can we get you on the StreamYard? Tell me you'll be our guest.
There's a gray man box.
Oh,
Ooh, Lois Lane. Ah, yeah. My girl Lois.
I gotta mute myself here.
I've got to say, as much as I like Lois Lane, I think I prefer Lana. I'm a sucker for Lana. I've got that one. I like Lana. I feel sorry for her. She never got to marry Superman. But I keep saying he should have said that he was some kind of space Mormon and like got on for both of them. But you know,
I love
He's
these
too-
lanes.
he's too moral. That crippled guy, that Quasimodo guy, is actually Superman. That's you can tell the change of the eras by the change of Lois's costumes. She goes from the 50s kind of like frock kind of thing. This is obviously a 70s. She's got a tank top on and like a bell bottoms or whatever. Yeah, I fell down the Lois and Jimmy rabbit hole. Because I bought my birthday books in 2018, and after that I just had to buy as many of them as I could find.
Yeah.
You know, they are just so crazy, and I just love the time capsuleness of them.
Yeah. I'm falling into the rabbit hole, I think.
Yeah.
See anything you like, gray man? Let me know.
Oh, all of them, mate. I think I've got. I don't think I've got that one. I'm not sure I've got that one. But I've got most of the other ones that you showed about Lois Lane.
You don't have this one?
I'm not sure. What number is it?
130.
130. Let me check.
I'll keep this aside just in case.
Oh well. No, last time you sent me something, mate, it cost you tons of money. That was years ago. I remember I got the box that you sent me, and I was like, "Bloody hell! I can't believe how much it cost."
Yeah,
I
very
think you spent about
expensive.
$75 to send me a package.
Cover, I love that one.
I don't know. I'm still looking at my. Don't put it down yet. I'm still looking at my numbers. Where's my numbers? Lois Lane. I can't alphabet today. Sorry. For some reason, I went to Jimmy. I thought I'd missed Lois Lane. I obviously can't alphabet today. No, 130. I do have 130. What did I miss?
You missed the train one.
Oh, that's the last. That's towards the end. That's towards the end. That train one. I think it might be the last one. Actually, that was a really weird story. That one. She gets carried off on a train by aliens. Hi, Simon. I'll send you the link if you want to join us, if you're free.
Super
Deadman, yeah, Deadman's a good character. I've never. I think I might have one super team fan because the Jimmy and the Lois all went into that, didn't they? Jimmy and Lois ended, and they all became super team family. I think that's what happened anyway. Does anyone verify that? I'm pretty sure that's what happened anyway.
Are those all sort of giant-sized things?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think all the books were, the Lois and Jimmy were all put into the same book.
Oh, were they? Okay.
Yeah. Okay, have fun. Don't spend too much money. Unless you've got money to spare, in which case spend it. Yeah, they're good. I've never actually bought any of them yet. I think I might have one, but I'm certainly not going to. I'm trying not to spend. I haven't got money space for them anyway. No idea I drew the line.
I have got a few of these as well.
Yeah.
By accident. I didn't know what they were, to be honest.
Yeah, I believe it's all of them put together. Supergirl as well. Great. Trying to get the first two Supergirl runs. Slowly but surely. Eventually they will all be mine.
It'll all come your way, Gray, eventually.
If I live long enough, yeah. If I live long enough. That's the plan.
It's a bit like
It's
a bit like that spaceships suck up humans. Eventually you'll suck up the comics you need.
Yeah. The very day that I tick off the last comic book on my list, I just roll over and croak.
That never happens.
I'll have to live forever then, wouldn't I? Oh dear. If only that could work. Oh yeah, nice giant.
These are in pretty good condition, Raymond.
They are in good condition. I love covers like this. A lot of people don't like covers that've got lots of panels on them, but I think they're great. I love them when they've like loads of different panels, or it's bifurcated in some fancy way. You know, like I just think they're cool. I like it. I like it when you've got like, an old comic book cover takes longer to read than a modern whole comic.
Yeah, the cover takes longer.
Yeah. I've got this one. I'm trying to get the whole of this DC special run. There's lots of different weird and wonderful comics in there.
War Against the Giants.
Yeah. I was really annoyed with myself, actually. I went in the comic book exchange, and there was one from that list. It was like Spaceman versus Dinosaur or something like that. And there are about 6 of them in there. Really good condition.
It's a crazy Olsen cover with 4 Olsens floating through the air.
Yeah, falling through the air, and he refuses to let them save him for some reason. Yeah, War of the Giants. That one I've got with a corner missing. I've got a corner missing from my cover of that one. I think I bought it for 50p, so I was quite happy with that still.
The Kid Who Replaced Jimmy Olsen. There we go. 12 cents.
Superman's pal, yeah.
Nice checkerboard plate on it, so it's from the mid 60s.
I think it's 67, 68, something, or 66, 67, something like that.
I love this guy.
Yeah, that's cool. I like them Infinity covers where they've got a comic book, and in that comic book they're sharing the same comic book. So you think about it, you know, it goes on forever kind of thing, but obviously you can't see it. But it's a comic within a comic.
I like that one, right?
Yeah. I like any cover that's got its own cover on it. I like them. I think they're cool. I'll try and pick them up every day if I can. Yeah. Superman goes bad.
I mean, what's that whole issue about Jimmy trying to cut Superman's head?
No, I can't remember what the story of it was now. The thing is with Jimmy Olsen's stories, they're so silly that you don't remember them 5 minutes later. It's like, you know, it's just... so they're supposed to be imminently readable again because you can't remember what the heck happened because they're just so dark. And quite often the cover only what's on the cover is on a shoehorned into the story. I think I made a point once that I wonder if maybe they did the art on the covers before they actually issued the challenge. And the challenge to the writer to try and fit that image into the story.
Yeah, I'm sure that happened.
Yeah, this is Kirby era. It was quite weird. Kirby coming into Jimmy Olsen, taking it over, changed the book completely. It's still quite cool though.
Kirby,
very different though. Yeah, Kirby took over Jimmy Olsen when he went to DC. He took over. That was one of the ones he took over.
I didn't know
and
that.
That's when he introduced all the Forever People and the blinking Dark Side and the gods and that. Yeah.
134. Issue 134. That was the deal they made with him. The deal with him is if he could save a couple of flailing bucks, then they were going to let him have his own fourth world.
Was 114 a Neil Adams cover? It could have been.
Well, there you go. I never knew Kirby had done Jimmy Olsen.
Yeah, apparently
every day.
He asked what their worst seller was, and he was going to try and make it sell more.
Okay.
So he changed it up. He changed it up.
Did you know Kirby did Green Arrow for a while in World's Finest backups?
All right.
I knew that.
Rated World's Finest 98.
Oh, Norrin's here. Hey, Norrin.
Hey.
There you go, then, mate. Oh yeah, I still have. You know what? This is kind of like I have to before on my streams or whatever, but I've never read the full Crisis. I don't think I haven't even got a blinking trade of it. I didn't realise. I started just after Crisis, sort of collecting the series.
Well, that's the first comic you've shown, Ray, that I've got.
The first one?
Is it?
There you go, Graham.
There you go. This is the one I thought I had, but I haven't. I've seen that so much. I swore I had that cover. And when I went for my box and couldn't find it, it was like, what? That doesn't make sense. I'm sure I got that cover. Crisis. Because I got the one where Flash died, and that was like, I was quite upset by that because Flash was one of my little favourites from when I did have enough money to buy comic books. Did a Back of an Adventure, okay.
Oh,
the DD Bang Bang.
I mean, Perez's skill was doing that type of cover, wasn't it?
Hmm.
You know, 1,000 characters in the same picture.
How do you? I mean, obviously I'm no artist, but how the hell do you even start to plan how to do a cover like that?
I don't know.
How do you even begin to work out how to put that many characters onto a comic book?
That's what Perez was best at.
It was.
Putting many characters on one page.
Yeah, and making it making it look right. Well, you think most people would do that, and it would look like they'd squeezed them in, but it made it look.
That's what made Perez famous.
Yeah, that we did. I was doing a show with Roger and a few other people, and we did a review of Crisis on Infinite Earths 1. That front cover is just awesome. I think I give it like top marks. I think for that cover.
Yeah, this is a hugely underrated series. This Crisis.
Yeah, I still need to get Death of Supergirl, but yeah, I've still got a few more to go to finish off that run.
How would Power Girl get in here?
Oh, we've run out.
Oh yeah, Power Girl. I've got one of those. I think that might have been the first one of the showcase of Power Girl in it. I think.
Is that when did Power Girl first appear?
It was it's
All-Star 58.
I've got it. I can't remember what it's called now.
All-Star
It's
58.
All-Star 58, is it? Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go, Graham.
Oh, that's the
That's
That's
Miller's
the-
first.
Oh, you got a number. What number is that? 158.
158.
Oh,
Yeah.
is that the one where Miller starts? You said.
Yep.
Is that where Deathstalker gets killed?
Yep. Gets killed phase. Yeah.
Okay. There's one with the colour, which is everyone the same colour on the background.
Perez was pissed off. Yeah, I'd imagine he was.
Right. I'm going to show a couple more of my Daredevil for a minute.
Yep. Go
Ray.
ahead.
All right, because I've still got half a box to go. Right, so we've got Black Widow back again. Slightly different costume to what she had before. More kind of sleek kind of costume. And this is that Savage guy I was telling you about. This is an assistant editor month, so it's a bit weird. It's got Foggy Nelson in the it's got Foggy Nelson in the box. Daredevil in Savages, and for some reason Foggy Nelson is there, and it looks like Daredevil has been kicked off his own book or something. You see his arm flailing behind the cover. Beware, it's Assistant Editors Month. Warning: surgeons have generally determined that Assistant Editors Month is dangerous to your health. Yeah. Should have taken it out of the bag. I just take it and put it back in now. My night's not really good in here though. It's really showing up badly. Try and get all the comments as well. Those guys were epic. Ron Tier is not as epic, sadly. Like the next one, I got like 203, so I've got a few jumps. This one's in really bad condition as well. I won't even show you the spine; it's just wrecked.
But you
Some
got
guy called Crossbow.
spot holder.
Night of the Gale. She's that's one of his girlfriends. An Irish lady was his girlfriend for a while.
But did she get killed?
I can't remember if she got killed. She split up with him. I don't think she was the one that I remember getting killed. But there was a woman that he got with her, and after her father was being made to do something nefarious, but he was being forced into it. I think she ends up. I think he tries to clear his name or something. Then later on, I don't know, something happened, and I think he was, because he was too busy being Daredevil, he wasn't paying that much attention, so she ended up splitting with him. And then she gets depressed, and it looks like she's killed herself, but it turned out somebody else killed her. So yeah, okay. It's not safe being Daredevil's girlfriend. That's about it. That's all we need to know.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else is there? I mean, yeah, Green Lantern's girlfriend, she got killed.
Well, She-Hulk had a bit of a rumpy-pumpy with him in the TV series.
With who? With Daredevil?
Yeah.
Or did she, in the TV series, it just come on, did she?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. They had a one-night stand, yeah.
Ah, fair enough. She's quite, she likes, yeah, what a thoroughly modern lady. This is a weird one. Lots of identical little girls going, "Help me!" And he's saying, "Keep away."
That's great. I haven't seen that one.
That is a weird. I can't remember if they're actually little girls or if they're
Children of the Corn.
or if they're like.
Are they
Yeah,
close?
they might be like robots, like exploding robot dolls or something like that. I can't remember though. That jumps in my head, but I might be thinking of Toy Man or something. I'm not too sure. I might be thinking of the Toy Man from DC Comics. No, they definitely explode. Look, there they are, all around her, all around him.
Robots. Yeah, okay.
And
Gone
then
to robots. Yeah.
spins that away. Big bang. They're robots. See, I knew they were. Oh, I kind of guessed they were robots, but I couldn't remember the exact details because it's been a while.
Isn't that Penguins a move?
Like exploding robot penguins.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Batman
Deathstroke.
Returns.
Obviously,
Hey,
you should be on this
piece of
stream talking
trivia
about.
about that exploding penguin and the exploding Batmobile. I know the clown that put the bomb on the Batmobile.
Oh, what,
That
from the
was
film?
Doug Jones, who ended up doing
Oh.
Silver Surfer and
Yeah,
Abe
and the
Sapien.
Hellboy.
Yep, that was Doug Jones's first major acting job.
This is that jungle guy I was telling you about, the negative Tarzan kind of thing. This is Witch Doctor kind of sacrificing some people there, or about to.
Well, had the woman had a fling with Daredevil?
What was that?
Oh, we got a Kingpin.
Kingpin, yeah. He's like Kingpin's his buddy on that one. Right. Who wants to show some more books? When I drink some more tea. You want to show something, Noreen? Are you still there?
Yeah, I could show a couple.
You got some new stuff you want to show us? You show us last week?
Yeah.
Oops. There you go.
My dang mic. Hold on. Alright. I got this for my niece. She I guess this will play better. She plays football in high school.
Okay. Football or soccer?
Football.
What are you cool? All right.
Yep, she plays with the
She's got
boys.
pads on there for soccer, I see, yeah. Me for football.
Yeah, that's an American football outfit, yeah.
Gridiron.
So I got that for her. And I got this foily. What was this? The Joker, the man who stopped laughing.
Yeah.
#1.
Yeah.
Is that a recent thing?
Yeah, it's just come out.
Yeah.
Apparently Doug Jones is a fantastic magician.
And I got this because I didn't have it. Fail safe.
He's
What
a
character is
fantastic
that?
mime because he took mime for years in school.
All right. He took mime in school.
He was
Drama
a
school, I'm
pantomime.
guessing. Drama
He was-
school, I'm guessing.
He was a mime at university.
I didn't know there was a mime school.
No, it was a
Fix my
regular
lighting.
school, but one of his main things was like he
Right.
paid his odd bills being a mime and
Okay.
actually studied pantomime.
Catching up on this NYX. I haven't read it.
No,
I Dynamite.
don't know nothing about it myself. Mix.
Yeah, some nice covers on that series.
Oh, Rayman popped out for a second. I didn't notice that.
I'm playing with buttons.
Oh, okay, why not? No, you don't hit the self-destruct button, mate.
I think I did.
Yeah.
Those are some of my newest pickups. Trying to think what else. I got a few other things, but I have to dig it out.
Well, I'll show a couple more Daredevil then while you're looking for something else.
All right.
Show off. Look, Ray, you got a few more you want to show? A few more bits?
I got a whole room full.
Well, but you pick something up for next time. Next time I come to you, then, I'll show a few more Daredevil then because I've still got half a box to go. But you can have something ready for in a couple of minutes' time. Apparently, Mastodon's trying to teach his daughters to play football. Wants them to play football. I'm guessing he means American football.
Yeah.
Isn't there a whole? This is obviously not the American football that your female friends are playing, daughters or cousins or nieces, whatever it was. But isn't there like a semi-clad female league where they run around in knickers and pads?
I've seen like, what is it, lingerie football or something like that.
Lingerie league. The
Lingerie league. Oh,
Yeah.
I don't know. You can't knock your inventiveness. I've got to say that for you. You're always inventive, always striving to do new things. You got to admire that about you guys. There you go. That's that.
They wanted the female league in the high school, but they couldn't get enough girls to sign up.
Wow. There's women's rugby over here. We have women's rugby. It's quite. I'm not sure how popular it is. The wheelchair rugby apparently is vicious. Have you watched any of the wheelchair rugby, Mark?
I used to know a guy who used to play wheelchair basketball at Olympic level. But I haven't seen basketball rugby. It sounds evil.
Wheelchair rugby, yeah. Apparently they smash the crap out of each other, knock each other over, knock each other out of chairs and everything.
Yeah.
My housemate has been to a few matches as well. He says I imagine it's quite fast paced as well because they've all got bloody arms like in Superman, like Incredible Hulk. So
great, just to break up your Daredevils. I do have one of the best innuendo covers of all time in front of me.
We're not into innuendo here, mate. We're really into highbrow stuff on this channel.
that
one.
the log cover. The famous log cover.
Yeah.
I mean, can you imagine they put that out and nobody spotted it? I mean, you know. I mean, look at the kid's face.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nobody cared till it came out Chuck Connors was gay. Then when that
happened, well, look at the photo shoots. I mean, it's obvious he's gay. You know.
That is. Did you seek that one out in particular?
Yeah, I saw it.
You had to have it because
I hadn't seen it, and Alan showed it, and I just fell off my chair. And I've got to get a copy of that. It's not an original; it's a reprint, but it was.
Oh, okay. The other big one is Alf shagging. It looks like he's shagging the seal.
Alf on the
And it's talking about if the seal's broken or something like that. That does look a bit suspect. And then there's the one where the kid's face down on the pillow and Superman's taking off his clothes behind him.
Yeah, I've got that one. Yeah,
I've got that one as well. But I refuse to see that in anything other than the light of which it is intended. Superman is not about to have carnal knowledge of that young child. Superman is just revealing his secret identity to him. Superman wouldn't do that, and anybody who thinks that way about Superman just needs to have a good hard look at themselves in the mirror. That's all I can say about that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. I have got it, and I don't.
Superman is a paragon of virtue. I won't hear anything libelous said about him or lascivious. To face the Beyonder alone, and the wrath of the Centurion. Okay. Right, I'll let one of you guys show something in a second. Let's see what Mastodon's got to say. What's Mastodon saying here? There was a girl that played offensive tackle at one of the local schools when I played. I heard she was pretty good, but I don't know what happened to her. Okay. Yeah, you don't want a woman getting offensive with your tackle, that's for sure. That could be very painful. So you don't need that in your life. Right, you got something you want to show, Noreen? Got something?
I'm still digging, but
you got Carl. You ready to show? Ray, you ready to show a few?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's put you up a little bit.
I'm looking for Bill's. Here it is. Bill's famous Moon Knight.
Well,
yeah.
we not
Yeah. There is definitely a crimp in his costume there, isn't there? Exactly the wrong place.
Yeah.
That's weird. Don't know what they were thinking there.
Oh my God. When he showed that, I cracked up laughing. That was so funny.
No, you can't unsee it, can you? It's like you can't unsee it.
I've got that, and I hadn't. You know, now you've spoilt it for me forever. I've heard them talking about it, but I haven't actually seen what they were talking about.
I've got that comic. I never noticed that before. I never even tweaked. But yeah, that's
we're just too innocent, aren't we, Gray?
That's it. That's it. It's one of those things. Once you've seen it, once you've been corrupted.
I really thought I had more Daredevil. Somebody must spot them for me.
Kazar and Doctor Doom.
Oh, I love that cover. That is great.
Well, it's a split cover. I like any split cover, to be honest. It's double. It's double the images, double the blurbs. What can go wrong?
Yeah, these are great. These astonishing.
I can't understand why they decided to take blurbs off of comic book covers. What kind of crazy meeting was that? Where they sat around and said, "Let's stop putting words on the covers other than the title." So what were you thinking of? What else is going to get people like who've not read the comic books before to get interested in them? If you haven't got great eye-catching, great like thought-provoking images and words on the cover,
I agree.
It's like it's mostly just a nice picture, or even nowadays it's not even that great a picture. It's like it's so dark you can barely make out what's going on. A lot of modern covers, it seems like.
Yeah, I
but
agree.
these ones where you've got blurbs and it's telling you what's happening in the story and and drama. It just I can't imagine like the comic books nowadays. As a kid, looking at them, I would have gone, I think I'll just go and watch telly. You know what I mean? But in them days of when I was collecting all the blurbs and that, it's like, oh man, I need to know what's going on. I spend, I don't know, quite a while looking for all the covers to say which ones I was going to take home with me,
Oh yeah, these Khazars are really good. I like.
Yeah.
There's a rumor we're going to get that Feige wants to bring in, the Khazar stuff. What's it called?
Savage Land.
Savage Lands.
Sauron, that'd be cool. They have Sauron on it as well.
Yeah, Sauron. Yeah.
Sauron, Sauron. Yeah.
Sauron, he's creepy. He's creepy.
He's another one of my birthday brothers. He's September 1969. His first appearance.
There you go.
Oh, I think it's X-Men 60 or something like that.
You've got all the good ones, haven't you? You've got Vampirella and Sauron.
I've got some pretty good ones. The amusing thing for me is that there's 3 horror hosts who debuted the same month as I did. Cover dates. So I've got Vampirella, I've got Kane, Abel of the House of Secrets, and I've got Digger from Tower of Shadows.
There you go. I think there's a clue there for you.
Yeah, it's kind of like, what are they trying to say? That's cool. I've got one Khazar. I'm not really trying to collect them. I've got one Khazar from I can't remember if it was his own title or like an earlier one, like one of those ones he showed before with the 2 covers on it. And and it's just like I'm not trying to collect the run, and it's like I'm not going to sell it though. It's a nice cover. It's good. I read the story. It was cool, and it's like I'm just going to keep that. It's going to be in my collection. It doesn't hurt to have the odd one here and there that I'm not intending to buy any more of.
I mean, my only problem with Khazar is just a Tarzan ripoff.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I like the Savage Land.
Yeah, I like the Savage.
Yeah. My favourite fact, like all these jungle people, like Rima the Jungle Girl is older than Tarzan.
Yeah.
And she's cool as well. I was really surprised when I got her run.
Tarzan came out in 1914.
Yeah, and she came out before him in a book called Green Mansions.
Did she?
Yes. I don't just make up facts, Kyle. You think I just make up a fact? I wouldn't say it. I wasn't sure, mate. I looked it up before previously. I was quite surprised as well. I was kind of shocked. She was in a book called Green Mansions.
Wow.
And then she was in a movie. There was a movie with, I can't remember, with Hepburn or something like that. I can't remember now. And then she was in 1950. They did I think the first comic was 1950, which was a classic comics illustrated, something like that, which was like a comic version of the Green Mansions book. And then the Rima the Jungle Girl series came out at DC in the 70s, I think. And that's such a good comic as well. I really love that. I was thinking it just could be another sort of throwaway kind of Shadow of the Sea Devil kind of thing. But it was much more kind of a feel than that. I thought she's kind of almost like an earth, like a wood spirit almost. She dresses in spider web for her clothes, and the animals sort of rather than just having a couple of animals she's friends with, they all seem to like, be charmed by her or something like that. And she was saying, I thought it was a really good story. Great covers by what's his face? He's done all the world books. Joe Kubert. Great Joe Kubert covers. And Nestor Redondo, I think is the name of the artist inside. And the art inside is so beautiful. Really, really beautiful art inside. She looks so kind of sylph-like and I just think it's really cool. I think it's like 5 or 6 issues or something. And I just really, really like that comic. It's really cool. Anyway, that's it. That's my Ream of the Jungle girl knowledge. Right, let's show a few more of these Daredevils. Oh, my throat. Right, here he is facing off against the Vulture.
Oh, that looks very like a Spider-Man cover.
He does, doesn't it? He does. He looks like they've just they could have just redrawn the cover. Yeah, you're right. It looks. That might be a good game show for some time. You cover the bits of the cover off like that, and you flash it out and say, "What comic is this?"
There, without Daredevil's red on it, you'd probably go Spider-Man.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? Definitely. Here's a good one to get less points on for Matilda because of the yellow background.
Yeah.
Okay, isn't that a pretty cool one? No, it's a Roman gladiator.
I've got that one, yeah.
Oh. Apocalypse. See, Daredevil now has gone away from, I'm not sure how far back, but there's not so much writing on the covers anymore. And as such,
it's a nice cover though. I like that cover.
Yeah, it's a pretty decent cover, but it doesn't say anything though, does it?
Well, it says Apocalypse.
You're all right, smart ass. I was kind of thinking a bit more deeper than that. It does literally say Apocalypse on it, but he doesn't suggest anything interesting.
It doesn't have.
If you know what I mean.
It doesn't have. Oh my goodness! I'm about to die. This is my greatest.
Exactly. If you only had 75 pence that month or 50 pence that month in the UK, this would not be the one that I'd gravitate to on the shelf. Let's put it that way.
I'm not sure actually. I might have done. I was a bit more taste. Yeah, I'm a bit more.
You like the low. You're not so. You can handle the.
Oh, that's nice as well.
Yeah, Madcap. I'm not sure when he first appeared because he's been in Captain America. I think. Who else has he fought? Spider-Man. I think he's fought Spider-Man as well. Okay. But I don't know where he first appeared. He's got a gun that fires bubbles that make people go mad. I think
he's a new one to me. I don't know him.
He's also vulnerable, so you can stab him, shoot him, drop a massive weight on his head, and he still lives, kind of thing. It's quite a weird character.
Wow.
And here's the return of DD's deadliest foe. Can you guess who it is?
Electra? No, not Owl.
No, Mr. Hyde. Although he's wearing the owl suit, actually, they're close to the same tailor. Mr. Hyde and the owl could have been separated at birth, almost.
Yeah.
The hairstyle is not a million miles apart either. I think it's about time they teamed up, actually. But that would be an awesome story. They're both in the tailors one day, getting the new suit, and they're like, you're a supervillain too. You hate Daredevil. Why don't we team up and try and kill him?
Yeah, all they've got is a different hairstyle.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh, dear. Right. Claw.
Claw?
Claw.
He's the
Black Panther villain.
453 guy.
Where is he from?
Wakanda. He was one of the early. He was a Fantastic 453. His first appearance.
Ulysses Claw.
I just read the what do you call it run? The Dazzler run, and she kills him by accident. She absorbs him because he's made of sound, isn't he? He's a creature of sound. And she absorbs him by accident, that kind of thing. Yeah. Because she can absorb sound and turn it into light, can't she? The Sabretooth.
Yeah.
Sabretooth. So, yeah, I imagine he came back at some point, but not in the Dazzler run.
If anybody wants to see it, I've got that FF53 right over my shoulder. If you want to see
mate. Feel free to grab some books and show them. That's here to look at my comic books. Although, you know, I want to get through this box at some point. But we'll keep going until I finish going through this box anyway. That's the plan. That's the plan for these streams. When I get to the long boxes, maybe I'll have to make it maybe even make it a longer stream, or bloody well only show half the box. So this is another one that's not the most.
I'll give that one a miss.
The bloke's got a bloody dagger though. Looking a bit closer, he's got a bloody dagger there.
Yeah.
There's a dead person on the floor. So
okay, all right. Close.
So mutant.
All right.
Oh, Rock Gut was here.
Rock Gut,
yeah. So he likes to drink low quality alcohol, probably while he's killing people.
Here's a 1-2 punch for you, Graham.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Is that Claw? On one of them?
Okay.
That's
Claw was
Claw.
in 53.
That's Claw, the shiny thing.
Right. Yeah.
First Black Panther.
That's the
And
first
Black Panther.
Panther. That's the origin of Panther and the first Claw.
Ah,
Very nice.
cool.
Anybody looking for him?
Quite similar looking kind of layouts almost.
Yeah, they are.
Not a million miles apart.
If anybody's looking for high mid-grade, like 5 to 7, so I'd say probably about 6.
I'm looking for absolutely every comic book going in like 0.5 or higher. 0.5 for the big keys, or any keys probably. But if I can get a 0.5, you know, for me, quantity over quality, definitely. You found something you want to show now, Noreen?
I found a few. I dug out. I got
Right,
two
let's
copies
go.
of this.
Let's go back to you for on the big screen.
This is Mark Wade's Daredevil.
Is that the new costume one? Or is that?
I don't know. It goes
I know.
it goes through a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like a $50 book.
Oh, right. Is that from a new run or something? It's not the original run, is it? Is it the original run?
Not the original. It's probably volume. I don't know which volume it would be. It's number 1 though,
Right.
but yeah.
Yeah.
Marvel
What
Knight.
volume is Daredevil on now?
I don't know. I'll open.
I think I accidentally. I had First Echo, I think, and I think I sold it for £1, not knowing that it was First Echo.
I like this one, Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah,
Alex Maleev.
yeah, nice cover.
And
Yeah,
it's the same run there.
I think I had that one.
And I found this had Daredevil on the cover.
Marvel Universe. Yeah, I've got a few of those. I've got a few of them. I actually read them cover to cover. My Marvel Universes and my DC. What's it called? The DC one. Who's Who?
And then I found the trade back.
Okay.
Ultimate Annual.
Ultimates.
Great.
Cool.
I've got a comic here that is in one of the worst conditions I've ever seen. I was about to throw it in the bin. But if you want it, I'm going to go to the London Comic Mark on the 29th. If you want this, I'll bring it for you.
Anything, though, yeah, definitely. I'm not proud. Oh, yeah, definitely.
Teen Titans number 6.
Oh, yeah. I need that one.
I mean, it's horrible. It's got all down the side.
Yeah.
Got, you know, look at it. It's just.
That's fine, mate. That's fine. That's a reader.
It's a reader. It's
Has it got all the pages and panels still intact?
Oh, yeah, it's got all the pages.
That's Vicky. That's well keepable there, definitely.
Yeah,
Books that are worse than that.
You can have that for nothing.
Oh, cheers, man. Feel free to dig out any others you want to give away. I'm not proud.
Is this the first Beast Boy? I don't know.
No, first Beast Boy is in Doom Patrol 90, I think.
Okay.
So I got that recently, actually. I was quite happy with that.
Yeah, right. Well, I'll bring that to the London Comic Con. You can have that for nothing.
Cheers, mate. I think it's the 27th, isn't it? Not 29th, 27th.
27th, yeah.
Yeah, I'm a bit pressed for that because I'm supposed to be going to my dad's on the 26th. Well, I think what I'll do, I'll go before, and I come back like early in the morning or late at night on the 26th, something like that, because my sister's going up there to like we're gonna meet her there as well. So I'm gonna make sure I either come back really late that night or early in the morning to go to the mart. So cool. Right. Anyway, so I show a few more Daredevils. Anyone else got anything they want to show?
Eric, you want to see women's comics #1?
Of course.
Comics #1. Hold on a second. I like the spelling of women's.
The first all-female
comics.
produced comic book.
Oh, that's very nice. That's
different.
Have you read Daredevil's Fall from Grace?
Jesus in the Armed
I
Service.
don't think so.
That's the
Jesus meets the armed
That's-
service. Is that?
That's where
That's interesting.
Barbarian
Daredevil.
Comics #1. Look away, it's boobies.
Purple cat.
Yeah.
Purple cat. Okay.
Purple Cat #1.
John Bush just read Fall from Grace.
Low Death #3.
Fall from Grace is the best. It's where he gets his stealth suit and he fights a demon.
Okay. Not when he's fighting Blackheart, is it? Not that run.
And he's
Yeah,
talking to us, Terminal Comics.
not Blackheart. No, it was later on. It was later on.
Get
Okay,
lively, mates.
There's some weird comics there. Are any of those actually good reads? It looks to me that those underground comics are just like a load of people taking drugs and just writing whatever comes. Oh my god, that's got a title and a half.
Kids and clips.
Oh my, that is an interesting title.
No, hang on a minute. Tits and Clits is a class comic, mate.
Yeah.
Oh, is it really? It looks like
Yeah.
it,
Yeah, I've got a few
It looks
issues.
very, very.
Very classy.
Yeah, I never even knew there was a comic with that name.
Yeah.
I never knew there was a.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my
Good.
gosh. Are they like two cartoon characters like Tom and Jerry, like Tits the mouse and Clits the cat or something like that? Is it? Or
For 12.
my dearie me.
If Kyle doesn't show us something we haven't seen already, he's failed.
I feel like clutching my handbag. Ooh, Tits and Clits! I can't believe it.
Any Timothy Leary fans out there? I've never seen a second copy of this book in my life.
Yeah, that is a good one to read when your mum's walking in. Good idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Kind of reminds me of ElfQuest art
Yeah.
in space.
Von Bodie's Man. Yeah, here you go. Nakedness.
Nakedness. Is he sitting on her shoulder?
And then they're skeletons.
Ah,
Boobadoobage.
Booba Doobage.
You don't get a lot of that on Daredevil.
Wasn't Booba Doobage a cartoon dog, but they changed his name for the actual TV show?
Moondog #1. #3. Probably the priciest one I got here. A first print of San Francisco comic book #1 before they called them comics.
Okay.
With an X. This has 1970 Bob Crumb in it.
Okay. Is that a duck on the cover? You can show it for Duck Week.
Yeah. Now, you want a DNA book, this Smile is just full of naked people screwing around. It's just an orgy.
It's a funny shape one as well, isn't it? It's an unusual format.
And then I had to pull this out because I'm researching all this, and good old Des Skin wrote this one.
Okay.
And there, Des Skin.
Nope. I've not heard of him.
Yeah, he's a good old Brit. He's one of the regular contributors.
He was, yeah, Dead Skin is. He was for a period of time he ran Marvel UK,
Okay.
and he also was responsible for producing Warlord magazine.
All right.
Book
And
right.
he's still going as well. Des,
Cool.
Yeah, Des is a regular contributor of on London Loves.
He started Warrior. I'm kind of annoyed because I had some
Warrior.
today.
Warrior. Sorry,
You said
John.
Warlord, didn't you? I think you said, yeah, Warrior.
Captain Guts
I didn't
breaking
correct it,
up.
Ouch. That's not his guts he's being needing there by the looks of it.
Gory Stories Quarterly.
Gory stories.
But yeah, you can't beat this. 1969 Richard Corbin.
What the hell does that say?
Anomaly.
Anomaly. Okay, bloody hell. Couldn't make that at all.
I think you need to be having smoked a few bits of wacky backy to see that.
Maybe.
New Funnies #1. It's me. This is a big one, even though it's a 4th print. It's still a big one.
Feds and heads.
This is where the fabulous Furry Freak Brothers started and stuff like that. More Captain Guts. Quagmire. Oh, this one's not very subtle. How about Softcore? A penis talking to a booty or a booby.
Oh
my God.
Blimey.
Dying dolphin or some turds. Again, smoke a lot of dope. So
What the hell?
now I got to figure out where I put God Knows, because
God knows where you put God knows, mate.
God Knows was the first underground comic book.
Let me show a couple more Daredevil, otherwise I'll never get finished.
Get some Daredevil.
Let's return to slight normality for a second, and I'll show you some Daredevil. I'm afraid there's no talking penises or naked breasts on these.
No tits and clits.
No tits and clits. There's another newspaper cover though. There's another newspaper cover on the cover of Daredevil. That's 4. I think is that 4 or 5? We've got.
I think that's 4 now, mate.
Yeah, I've nearly got a cover slingers.
Cover slingers run on
Yeah.
one story.
If I hadn't already picked my comic books for this week, cover slingers.
What's your subject?
It's Slinger's Choice.
Yeah, I know. What's your choice?
All right. Well, I'll tell you. No one here is in cover slingers this week because they're all going to be in the audience, hopefully. But my choice, all my covers have got the words "Hell have no fury like" on them.
Oh, nice one.
Basically, so it's all in the blurb for this week. You know, for the old "Hell have no fury like a woman scorned," but it's different thing. Not one of them is a woman scorned. It's all. I think one was one of them's a really kind of Lovecraftian kind of monster, like a hungry god or something. It says, "Hell have no fury like a hungry god," and it's this Lovecraftian
You
monster.
deserve points for originality.
Yeah, I like to think that, but it doesn't actually translate to points when it comes to the. Quite often, I've won a couple of Slinger's Choice ones actually. So I quite like Slinger's Choice because I'm always digging. I've got like a list of future Slinger's Choice stuff. Like when I see a cover, well, that'd be a good theme for a future one. I'll write that down, and when I see some more covers similar, I'll add that to my list. And when a Slinger's Choice comes up again, I use them. Wolverine.
So I'm not on this week where I can go tits and clits and actually just show tits and clits.
Yeah. Even if you were, you'd be off for that now, mate. You'd be off for that.
I mean, even in the title is literally tits and penises.
I can see that. Yeah. I can see that.
I haven't seen that on the wheel yet, Kyle.
No one. Unfortunately, no one's added it just yet. We have got boobs on the wheel, but yeah. Right. All of the mutants tie-in.
I'm going to call it a day, guys. I'm going to see you tomorrow with Tom Mandrake.
Yeah, cool, mate. See you tomorrow.
Later.
Midnight. God, I've still got half a box to go. I'm not quite half a box. I'll show a few more, then someone else can show some stuff they want. There you go. Kingpin looking suitably mean, would you say? Not to be messed with. And we've got Typhoid Mary.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting name for a Typhoid Mary, I thought.
She's got a poisonous kiss.
Has she actually got a poisonous kiss, or is it?
Yeah.
Does she actually have a poisonous kiss? I don't remember that being actually part of the story. I know she's a nutter. I know that. I didn't realise she actually had a poisonous kiss.
I think so. I have a Wolverine book, The Kiss of Typhoid Mary.
Right.
It's got like bloody lips on the cover.
But I don't remember her actually having a poisonous kiss, not like Poison Ivy. But Typhoid Mary was an actual woman who caused typhoid. She was a carrier of typhoid, wasn't she?
I'm thinking of
like about 200, 300 people in I think it was in New York. Because she didn't know she was a carrier, but she didn't have any symptoms herself. She was asymptomatic or whatever it's called.
Okay.
And she ended up giving actual typhoid to loads of people. This is one that I bought when it came out, and this is a pretty good story. I like the story. And this guy, Bengal, it's pretty cool. Basically, he was a kid, a Vietnamese kid, and his village was wiped out by some American soldiers. And when he grew up, he was hunting down the vets who had wiped out his village, kind of thing. It's quite a powerful kind of story. All right. Show a few more, and someone can show some more if they want to. It's just with a little stack here. Because Typhoid Mary was also had a relationship with Kingpin, didn't she? She was kind of like with Kingpin and with Daredevil at the same time, almost. I think Daredevil ditched her. That's when she went to Kingpin, and that's when they come up with the idea of destroying his life, kind of thing. He has been wiped out a few times, I think, Daredevil, hasn't he? He's always getting down to his lowest of lows, kind of thing, only to drag himself back up out of the gutter, kind of thing. This one you'd think was a Fantastic Four cover. Look at that. That's a Fantastic Four cover, isn't it? No, it's not. It's Daredevil, the Man Without Fear. Right, last one, and then someone else can show a few more. This is Inferno, when the demon techno virus was affecting inanimate objects and making them come to life and attack people. New York was literally going to hell in that time. With Saim and Nastia were the name of the demons. And then you had the Goblin Queen, of course, Madeline Pryor.
That's right.
Right, you got some more comics to show, Ray?
Yep, coming.
I'll put you on full screen.
Is that Vampirella on his coat? Oh, that's Wonder Woman.
On his
Let's
box.
go with
Yeah.
Captain Marvel.
Ah, yeah.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Number one. That's kind of undervalued, isn't it, Captain Marvel? Is that has that got a bit of value now? Or I never sort of imagine the number one's got to be worth.
It's undervalued.
That's got to be a couple of hundred, though, isn't it, for the first one? Or a full?
Hell, his
That's a
first
little bit.
appearance in Marvel Superheroes 12 is cheaper than the first appearance of Carol Danvers in the next issue's second appearance.
Wow. It's crazy, isn't it?
It is quite crazy.
Yeah. I've only got one Captain Marvel comic. It's my birthday book from September 69. That's another interesting thing on my birth month. 2 characters on my birth month changed their costumes. Captain Marvel and Green Arrow. I'm full of useless facts.
Love this cover.
That is a nice swirling space image. That zone might live. A galaxy must die. That is very nice. It looks like Norrin showing some more modern Captain Marvels.
Yeah.
Unchained. How many issues did that Captain Marvel run go for? 60, 80? Anyone know?
No.
Broderick took over in the late 50s. I think it went 62 issues. 62 or 62 or 65.
Yeah. Does anyone know what the idea was behind killing him off?
Yeah, Starlin's dad. I told that story, and you didn't listen to my first.
You say a lot of things, Carl. I can't expect you to remember more than a third of it, honestly. Oh, it was just Stalin's dad died of cancer, was it? And he wanted to make a story.
That was Starlin's way of coping with his grief.
Right.
And
And what,
again,
he
that's
just-
Starlin's words, not mine. So,
Yeah. And what did he just? He must have like put it through the higher ups, or was he? Because he was the editor.
Yeah,
at the time,
because
wasn't he?
Captain Marvel was just weak sauce. I mean, they didn't know it. They didn't know what to do with him, and they were going to introduce Monica Rambeau to keep
Right.
the title. So they got Monica Rambeau and killed Marvel.
So he just decided. They just decided he wasn't selling enough, and he wasn't popular enough. So they was happy to
Yep.
to cull him, were they?
Well, and they could exploit that and start a new graphic novel series and make money.
Right. Poor old Marvel. Should have started a campaign, Kree Lives Matter. Cool. Is that Thanos in the background there?
Yep, Thanos.
Yeah, Captain
There's some
Marvel.
great covers. There's some great covers in that Captain Marvel run, actually. Look at that one. There are all the stars in the background, exploding planets and bloody, blurbs. Great trade dress as well. That Captain Marvel trade dress is pops nicely. Is that the controller? Looks like the controller is fighting there. Yep, the controller. I was right.
I've never seen him.
Yeah, he's fought Iron Man and Captain America. I'm sure. Cool. Was he ever a member of the Avengers, Captain Marvel? I don't think he was he?
I don't
I
think
he
so.
No, I don't think he did.
He was an integral part of the Kree Scroll War, you ding dong. He was
Yeah, definitely. Intelligence is on sometimes known as.
What was his name
89 to
again?
100. He was a big part of it.
Contender?
What, the Supreme Intelligence? The
Oh,
controller.
controller.
He basically mind controls people. I think he puts a little disc on their head, I think, and it controls them basically. And he gets the strength of the people who are being controlled. So he's got super strength as well as mind control. Quite formidable.
Not in the
Nice.
Avenger.
Nice monster thing behind him. Mad, what is that? Mad something going on? Mad Killer, I think it says. Mad Killer. Is that Rick Jones there as well? Rick Jones got everywhere, didn't he, on Rick Jones? Rick Jones is just a poor man, Jimmy Olsen, if you ask me. Captain Marvel. Yeah. Is that Rick Jones on the cover screen behind him? Is it fighting out of that alien? What is it? Looks a bit like Dominic Fortune, but I don't think it is. Is that a Sentry? I think it could be a Sentry. Good stuff. Great action. Who did the covers? Any idea who did the covers?
Not on this one. I didn't write it down.
Covers of what? That later run of Captain Marvel?
Yeah,
Just hold one up. I can tell you who did it.
they're all good covers.
Yeah, that's George Tuska.
Okay. George Tusker.
All you got to do is look at Iron Man.
He has got certain look to him there, but I wouldn't know it was him though. I know the name, but I say there's very, very few artists I can recognise just by looking.
Well, eventually Pat Broderick took over, but that actually, judging by the muscle structure, is about where Pat Broderick took over. That's in the 50s, isn't it? Like 57.
51. That one was 51. This is 53.
51. Cool. Black Bolt. Is that Kirby Crackle?
Now, come on now. You can't tell who that is.
No, if it's Kirby, I can
You
tell.
can't tell
not.
that's Gil Kane. All you got to do is look at the faces. That's Gil Kane.
No, they're not close enough for me to see. I normally know Gil Kane. Gil Kane's one that I quite often will know, mainly because he's got a weird up the nose
Yeah,
kind of
he's
pitch
got-
nose kind of
You
thing.
can tell a Gil Kane face. distance.
Quite often I can tell Gil Kane. There's one of the ones I can kind of tell from the
That's
facial.
That's Pat Broderick right there.
I think is it Gil Kane did a lot of the Atom, the original Atom, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I know him from. That's how I got your.
Yeah, the Gil Kane knows. You can't mistake the Gil Kane. And
He's
the rest of these are all Pat Broderick right through issue 62, I think, wraps it up.
Decent though, very decent. I mean, yeah, and untold money, I'd definitely buy a Captain Marvel run, but I don't, so I won't. Cool.
Yeah, that's actually Kane and Broderick on that.
They look like interesting stories. I like outer space, sci-fi.
That's Frank Miller.
Okay.
I bet it's a good read.
Yeah.
It's just a Miller cover, Broderick interiors, but Broderick, you can tell, I mean, it just looks like Firestorm. And Broderick went to Firestorm and
Right.
took that over. Was that 60?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let me show a few more of these Daredevils. I've got
Yep,
another
go
two.
ahead, buddy.
Another
He's
two
only got
shows.
2 more issues to go there, isn't he? Oh.
I'm
Nice.
drooling over all those Daredevil.
That's
Black
the
Heart.
Blackheart, yeah.
Yeah. Very strange look, old Blackheart, didn't he? Very strange look. And to me, Daredevil fighting an actual demon is kind of like so out of his kind of wheelhouse, you know? He's like a street level guy, isn't he? And to be fighting actual demons is
It was
really odd.
good though in Fall from Grace. Like that demon was also blind. That was
I think I
chasing
might
him?
have seen some of that actually. Was that right later on, just before he changes over to his costume over?
Yeah, well, he's got a black and gray suit.
Oh, he's actually got the new costume in that one because I kind of got a couple of those.
They better do that Daredevil Fall from Grace series proper.
I can't remember if I got rid of them because I kind of like decided I had a cut off, and then when he went over to that different costume, I thought, no, I'll make the cut off there instead. So I ended up getting rid of a couple.
Man,
so it might have been them.
I can't stand that Romita Jr. art.
Pyro and Blob.
That looks so bad.
Blackheart again, looking like a crazy goth. Yeah, jumping.
Hey, there's a "Hey, look at my Willie" cover.
Yeah, jumping Wang first into battle, basically.
We could say, "Hey, look at my Willie" cover. It's not a choice.
There you go.
That's
John
a-
Bishop left. I
That's my
didn't
Willie.
even see John going. I missed him when he went. Never mind.
That's a Daredevil strap-on cover.
The Deadly Menace of Shotgun. I always thought he should have more of a utility. He should have a utility belt, shouldn't he? Like Batman. When you think about it, any character who relies on just a bit of fisticuffs should have some kind of utility belt. It just makes sense. All he's got is his Billy Club, which is the most ridiculous gadget ever.
And those belts, those utility belts are just a pain in the ass to wear.
Dick trained him good.
Norrin, was that?
Stick trained him good enough to not need no gadgets.
A stick and chain is good enough not doing the other gadgets. I don't know about that. You can't tell me that thinking a vial of acid wouldn't have done him good against this robot guy.
Like even ninjas use ninja stars and smoke bombs, and you'd think he would.
Yeah, you think he would? He's trained by a ninja, isn't he?
Yeah.
Stick, isn't he a ninja?
Whips him up with his third leg. The way he can do She-Hulk, he's obviously carrying a third leg.
I guess as a lawyer, he's got a good. He can talk himself out of a lot of fights.
Yeah, maybe.
Look, Raj popping in late with us.
Yeah, hi Roger. Yeah, he's still facing up against the king.
If
Black
Roger
Heart.
would have seen my books, he would have been blushing.
Oh gosh, I was blushing. Roger, don't watch back. Don't if you watch this back from the beginning, don't watch any of the Kal-El parts because he's showing off comic books with not only with boobs but with titles that made me blanch. They turned me into a 1940s housewife. I was clutching my pearls and everything. Oh, Kyle, I can't believe you're showing these comic books. Playing a fan.
Are you going to go on for another hour? Because I'm going to have to bail here kind of quickly.
No, I'm going to show what's left in this box, basically. And hopefully give Norrin and Ray another little time to show some books. You ain't got to stick around, mate. You don't want to. You need to go lie down. You go and lie down. You got tomorrow. You'll be hanging out with me tomorrow as well.
Physically have to drag down. I still got to pull out Tom Mandrake stuff. So remember tomorrow, Tom Mandrake.
Come and hang out.
An hour to show.
Tom. Yeah, talk to Tom.
Right.
Mark,
Nora and Ray, Roger, everybody. See y'all later.
Have a good night,
Kyle.
Down.
Cheers
See
for
you
coming
guys.
in. There you go. There's he's reliving battling Jack Murdoch, his dad's death, probably there. He showed a lot of the undergrounds. He showed a lot of them. There's Bullseye, Kingpin. There we go. Right, who's got something else they want to show? Anybody? I've got one last pile to go. I'll try and do them in one go. My throat is.
My She-Hulk statue or toy that's new.
That's not She-Hulk, is it?
She-Spawn, sorry.
She-Spawn, okay. She-Spawn on the seashore.
You have to book the match.
Okay, I never even heard of She-Spawn. Okay.
Cool.
Not really massive
No.
Spawn knowledge, to be honest. Even in the back of the day, my mate actually collected Spawn, and I read his Spawn.
Right.
So quite a few of the early issues.
Oh yeah, it's done got deep.
Really, I haven't seen him in years, but he had a bit of a mental breakdown kind of thing, so I didn't see him for ages. And then when I see him, and he said, he said he sold all his comic books, and I was like, why didn't you come to me with them, man? I could have bought them off you. You know what I mean? But never mind. It was such is life.
Yeah, that's about all.
I could have had all his Spawn, all his X-Men. Oh man, so annoying. Never mind. You got anything else? Is that
That's it.
now? All right. Ray, you want to show a few more books? You got some handy?
I got a bunch of stuff that's handy.
How's your 4 run going? I know 4 is your guy, isn't he? He's your favourite guy, isn't he?
Thor.
Yeah, he's your favourite guy.
I'll go
Thor?
Black Hawk.
Ah.
I got these here right in front.
Oh yeah. Oh, those are the more was it 80s one, that wasn't it, I think? Late 70s or 80s, I think.
Yeah.
There's some right early Black Hawks. I managed to get like an early Black Hawk and a mystery sort of pack. And they got some wacky old colours back in the day. It's not one I'd go out of my way to buy, but if I happened to pick one up, saw it going cheap, I'd pick it up just because just some cool old silliness, They're a bit more serious.
Covers.
Yeah, this is when they'll be a bit more serious, isn't it? In this era, comic books were trying to be more sensible. He's been going for ages, though. Black Hawk, hasn't he? He's like, when did he start? 50s, 40s? Roger, do you know when Black Hawk first ran?
Oh no!
Oh, this is a 1975 relaunch. Okay.
Roger would know.
Yeah, these are the later relaunch. But I'm thinking when the original character came. Actually, he's not 40s, is he? Was he originally from Golden Age? Maybe I'm not sure. Have a look that up, right?
Wheel of Death.
Let's look it up. Ah, 40s in Quarterly Comics. think I've lost sound. Is anyone? No.
Oh.
Made it never slow for a bit. Then everything was trying to disappear.
Those are cool covers.
He was kind of like, for a while, I don't know if it was in the 70s one, but his whole crew of Black Hawks were basically made up of sort of stereotypes of different races, weren't they? I think there was a Chinaman, a Swiss guy or a Swedish guy or something. It was all different kind of like stereotypes, wasn't it? Wasn't there a Chinese one maybe? I can't remember, but it was. I'm not sure if those characters will still be used today.
Yeah.
Roger is appreciative of your Black Hawk run, Ray. That's a big enough blinking swastika, isn't it? Blimey. Even the shadow of a swastika. Wow.
Yep.
No mucking about with that one. I'm guessing they're fighting the Nazis. Behind enemy lines.
There's Adolf
There he is.
Adolf poster.
on the
Even
cover.
out,
Cover
even
of
out, he's outside the cinema and that's Charlie Chaplin poster.
Love this cover.
yeah.
Oh, apparently it was military
Looks like a
comics
Hummer.
number 1. First Black Hawk was military comics number 1, August 1941. Blimey. That's been going on a while, hasn't it?
Wow.
I know he's Polish, isn't he, Black Hawk? Is that Prohozar or something his name is? I can't remember his name. Prozar or Pazar or something like that. I can't remember what his first name is now. Oh, is it Janus? Is it Janus? I can't remember now. I'll have to look it up.
Couple more.
Yeah, military comics number 1. First name is.
Oh, there's an E-Man. I don't know what he's doing in there.
Is he sneaks in and out? He shouldn't have done. Trying to find out.
That was it for Black Hawk.
Trying to find his first name on this beginning. Looking at an article, and I can't actually see what he's got all the other team, and I can't see what the actual guy is called. Screw it. All right, let's go for some more of these Daredevils then. There he is, battling Jack Murdoch again. I think it's one of those times when he's down and out, and he's kind of reliving his dad's past or something. I think he becomes a back alley boxer or something. I can't remember now. It's a long time ago. I last read it. There's a pretty cool bullseye cover. There's a guy called Bullet. He was he appeared a few times, this Bullet guy. He's quite an interesting thug. There was another guy, I think it was called Bushwhacker, who could turn his arm into a gun. He was quite a vicious character. I think he had part to do with killing a load of the mutants during the mutant massacre kind of time. He's fighting the Hand. I'm not going to take any more out of the Mylar because it's late and my throat's getting dry as a bone. Crushed by the hand. I'm sure he got his real name. So I'm sure his first name was mentioned in one of the comics. I'm sure. I don't know if it'd be a secret. I'm sure I'd give him a. Maybe I'm imagining it. It's got a good Typhoid Mary cover. Maybe, well, I don't know. Maybe I'll think of something else. There's a typical kingpin looming over the city. He's been a few times like that, I think. And this is where Daredevil finally gets him back, I think. Gives him his comeuppance. I think he ends up ruining Kingpin for a time. Yeah, I think actually, I'm pretty sure he messes up Kingpin badly, and the Kingpin ends up on the streets or something for a little while before he manages to get his life back in order. That seems to ring a bell. And then we've got the return of the Owl. The Owl. Oh, is that the Typhoid Mary one? Typhoid's Kiss.
Yeah. Marvel Comics presents.
The thing is with Wolverine, he's just too overpowered. Anyone who's like him, like a sword or whatever, you can't really do anything against him because he just heals. And if someone's trying to fight him with a sword, he's just going to chop the sword up with his adamantium claws, just like that. Realistically.
Yeah.
But they don't always play it like that, do they? They always. I mean, it's amazing the way Wolverine is portrayed that he's not killed half of his allies. He's always losing his temper with people. You got covers of him striking out at Captain America. I'm sure there's covers of him fighting straight out, deadly intent.
It's known he's dangerous when he's in berserker mode.
Exactly, yeah.
He goes in berserk. He can't control himself.
Yeah, even when he's not in berserker mode, he does stuff with his claws, which is bloody bit too bloody dangerous. I'm sure there was one comic in the Dazzler run. They was having like a mock battle kind of thing to test her skills that she'd learned.
But really, if his skeleton is as heavy as they say, he wouldn't even be able to stand up. He wouldn't even, his muscles aren't even big enough to withstand the skeleton.
I thought he just had strips, like it was laced, so it wasn't quite as heavy.
Well,
I've never really heard him talk about skeleton weight.
It's actually coated. Like his whole skeleton's coated.
You get the heart attack cover one.
What number was that, mate?
Isn't that the first appearance of Typhoon Mary? The one with the heart attack?
That was why. Typhoid Mary was way back in that stack. That was a fair way back. First, I'm not sure what our first appearance was though. Actually, I'm not 100% sure.
Whoa.
Into the fire.
I like that other cover.
Well, this one.
It's like Omega Red, but like.
That's Daredevil. He's been twisted by this voodoo queen.
That's cool.
So is her name Voodoo? I'm not 100%. No, Calypso. Calypso is her name.
Oh, that's Craven's.
Is it?
Yeah, she's related to Craven.
Oh, right. Relationship? Is it like in a romantic relationship?
I'm not sure how. I think they might be lovers.
Right. She has got a similar costume. If you look at that bit, she's got the face of a cat kind of thing on the front of her. He's got that, hasn't he? On his costume.
Yeah.
Because Chameleon is his brother, isn't he? Chameleon is Craven the Hunter's brother, I believe.
Oh, really? I didn't know.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that fairly recently. Right, getting towards the end now. Some creature called Shock. I know. I think this is Mr. Fear. He's just saying Shock there. This is the obviously a new interpretation of Mr. Fear. Because I started off by showing number 6 where Mr. Fear first appears. And it's definitely not like this. It's a more 60s friendly kind of Mr. Fear. It's not a slavering, big fanged, glowing red-eyed beast like this one is.
Awesome.
And I think that might be Stiltman. Smashing the logo.
He just can't stop
Ay,
that.
caramba, not him too. Here we go. This is the one he was talking about. Fall from Grace.
There it is. Yeah.
I haven't actually got all of these. I did read. I actually read the last part of this just recently. I recently just got the last part. I'll have to remember this when it comes to wraparound covers.
Yeah, that's a great
I've
story.
got to remember that for wraparound
That
covers.
glows in the dark. I
Yeah, it
think
looks
that
like he does.
glows in the
It's
dark.
got that look of a glow in the dark one, the white
have it.
embossed. My theme's cool as well, Roger. If you watch the beginning of the stream, you might find out what I told Mark what my theme was this week. But when it comes to wraparound covers week, Roger, this is my choice. You can't pick it, okay? You can't have it. It's mine. I've bagsied it now. No, near the end. I think this is the last storyline that I've got, and after that, I decided I didn't want any more after that because that's when it started going into not so good for me anyway. So there goes another very plain white cover. Oh, Roger's here. Roger's here. It's good.
Hey guys, hey Ray, Norman.
There you go. That's
Hey,
my very last.
I know you're
Yeah,
ending. I just come in to say, see how you guys doing.
Oh, you guys can carry on. As long as I haven't got to carry on talking, I don't mind going on for a while yet. If you guys, who wants to show us some stuff you want to show us, Rog?
Yeah, I can pull something out, sure.
Yeah, and I can be putting these away while you show some more.
Hold on, give me a minute though. Give me a minute.
I'll put some. Right, chat with yourself, guys. I'll be
No,
putting
do
these
it now.
away.
Do it now.
Yeah, now, Roger, now. Why are you not ready?
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought you were ending. I just was coming on here to say bye to you guys. That's all.
Spin that rack around.
Yeah.
Spin the rack. All right, I'll spin the rack. Hold on. Oh, there we go. There we go. We're at
You
top
got
of
any-
the nose. There we go.
Yeah. You got any plans, Lloyd? You going shopping soon? You got any cons coming up?
Not really. I wish I'd sent something into Todd's signing, but
Oh, he's got them signing, is he?
yeah, I missed it. Missed my window.
All right.
Expensive, I guess.
Let's grab a stack here. See what we got. See what we got.
Hmm.
That's a pulp.
Put it on full screen.
Little pulp action here.
Oh,
Really
space science
sleeve cover.
adventures.
Yeah,
Science
and
adventures. Is that just stories inside, like written stories? rather than-
there's text illustrations as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
About every story has a text illustration.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not just generally it's just
I'd love to get
Generally
a
it's
pop
just a
with a
picture.
Lovecraft story in it. That would be make my day. That would. But I won't
yeah.
make
No,
it.
I don't think there's any Lovecraft. Those are science fiction. I think I have one or two
Yeah.
horror ones.
I bet there
Here's
is.
one Bob got me. It's really cool. Little
God's Heroes in America.
it's about essentially it's about the Spanish American War.
Okay. That's not a like a period of.
Let's see if anybody knows what this is from.
Oh yeah, that's one of what's his face's comic books. Same guy did Cthulhu versus Uncle Sam.
Yep, that's right. That's the
Scott.
classic comic collector.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Scott Michael who was that? Oh, something like that, I guess.
Yeah, he's got he does it on Kickstarter, but actually won one of his
Yeah.
contests and he sent me this.
Cool.
And
Nice.
it's a continuation of the Lev Gleason title, like Boy Comics.
Right.
And
It's,
that's,
it's in
Chuck-
public
Chuck
domain now, isn't
Chandler.
it?
Yeah.
It's all public domain, so it can be used by anybody
That's
now,
cool.
can't it?
It's pretty clever the way he continued it. It's really in that same vibe. Here's War Front #1.
Ooh, yeah, nice.
Love all covers.
Is that Dell? Is that what is that? Or is that
This is a Harvey, I believe. Yeah, Harvey. You can see the logo. The
yeah?
lighting stinks here. I
Yes.
wasn't ready for this, but it's
There's a
Harvey
bit of reflection.
right there. Let's see. This is an Atlas War Action.
Oh,
Number-
the original Atlas, the Marvel action Atlas.
Yeah, pre Marvel. Pre Marvel.
Yeah. Not the 70s Atlas.
There's a Fantastic Four Let me get it out of here because this glare is awful.
Yeah.
Let me turn this light off here. Maybe that's better. Now you can't see the darn cover, but that's Fantastic Four 25.
I can see the Hulk.
Yeah.
I cleaned and pressed this one. I cleaned and pressed this one. It was a mess. Now it's like pretty nice.
Cool. Are you gonna make any? Are you gonna make any before and after videos showing off your pressing skills?
You know, I haven't because
considered.
It's a hassle and a half, and I'm pressing 2 comics a day, so I'm like, you know.
Are you considering moving on to other renovation skills, or whatever you would call it?
Well, I do I do restorations of objects as well. I've done chairs and vices and things like that. So I thought I was going to have to do that with the spinner rack.
Yeah.
When I went to pick it up, I was like, "Oh, this thing's going to be a mess," and it's like brand new. So I was like, "Oh,
I love a spinner rack.
You know, look on Facebook if you have that, because I actually found a previous one, and I had an appointment to get it, and they sold it out from under me. But
that's not right, is it?
This one cost me like $11, so I'm not upset about it. You know. No,
you missed out, but you got good later on.
Right. God blesses me. You know, somehow, some way. You know, He knows how to get things done for me. That's War in Action. Men and.
Gonna say
there's no
like
war
men.
on here. What am I saying?
Men in action.
Yeah.
Men at war in action.
Yeah, I don't know where I got in the war. I mean, I guess it's a war comic, but
yeah. There is a Men at War comic in there.
Ajax publisher. Ajax.
Ajax. Okay.
Yeah, Golden Age publisher. They went out. Yeah. They went out of business in the 50s. Oh, speaking of Blackhawk. Hold on. I forgot I had this one. Here we go. Military Comics.
Nice.
Cool.
Number 36.
Cool.
Awesome.
Oh, is that the same one that Black Hawk was the number 1 of?
Yeah, he started number 1 of Military Comics. Yeah.
Nice.
I knew it was early 40s because I had read this one, and I knew this was like mid 40s.
I haven't seen these on the channel before. Were you showing some light?
This one, it has like 2 holes that go all the way through the comic. I don't know if you can tell. There's one right here by his hand.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I've seen
Yeah.
I can see the light. I can see the light.
Yeah.
I can see the spinner rack.
But it doesn't really. It's. I think it was like a worm eating through it or something.
Oh wow.
And it doesn't affect it much though. You can still, you still get the story, and super thick comic too.
As long as the worm's not there anymore, you're good.
I hope not. Yeah. Here's Wild Bill Hickok 13 from Avon.
Nice.
Bloody Canyon Massacre.
This was the donor book for my Witchcraft 5.
Oh, well, the staples. It came out.
It's missing the staples. It's missing the back cover, and it's missing that Christmas little coupon.
Coupon. Okay, cool.
Yeah, but I replaced the staples.
Yeah, I don't see. I think it's silly staples being like important for the. Just put any staples in, That's a silly thing. Who cares if it's a period staple? It's the paper and what's on the paper that's important.
I've seen one guy. He'll take the staples out, sand them down, and then fold them.
The one in my Witchcraft 5 were just disintegrated, pretty much.
Yeah,
they were just beyond repair. But I bought a huge stack of coverless comics at this estate sale a few months back. I took the staples out of one of the Avon comics from that and put it in that. So it does have Avon staples, whatever that means, right?
I've had a couple of the staples were absolutely messed up, and I just threw them away. Ray's
got a bunch of these. I know. I love these old.
I love Westerns.
I sent you one. I sent you one.
When we did the knee theme week on Cover Slingers?
Yeah.
I was trying to find a comic book based on the story of Wounded Knee. I thought there's bound to be a comic book about the Battle of Wounded Knee, but no luck at all. I was looking, I was searching.
Yeah, look at that Bonanza. Very nice.
Number one.
Ooh, I tell you,
Okay.
Ray, man. I'm afraid whenever Ray's on Cover Slingers, man, I'm going to take that.
He's got some good books. He's got some good books, and he really picks out some good ones when it comes to themes as well.
He
like
does.
when he does your
He's
Christmas
good.
themes and
He's good. He
Halloween
knows how to
themes
pick
and
them.
stuff.
You know, he's dangerous. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, you're embarrassing me.
Okay. All right. No, he's terrible. He's awful. Please.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right, a couple more here. Western Outlaws,
Oh.
another Atlas.
Nice.
Joe
I've seen
Manini
that one
cover.
before.
Yeah, I've seen that
Yeah.
one too.
I used it on Cover Slingers.
Yep, that's where I saw it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's a clue. I almost used this week. I almost used it for I'm almost gonna use it for Saturday, but I'm not.
Is it card covers?
Ah,
Because I've considered that theme myself a few times. Actually,
yeah,
I thought
that's what it is. All right, yeah,
there's so many good ones. With like the
Good one.
yeah.
the,
Playing card covers, yeah.
playing card covers.
Yeah, I didn't put the tarot. No tarot cards. Just
Oh yeah, that's true.
cards.
Yeah, just playing cards. Yeah, it could be. Yeah,
And here's
tarot
the
cards
lucky
would be a
one.
whole different one.
Be a whole
I'll
different-
tell you
I
my
could
theme.
do it. I could
Yeah,
do it because you got
bullseye.
Madame Xanadu and
Oh yeah,
yeah,
you can easily do tarot
but I
cards and
didn't.
playing cards. You'd have to have Jack of Hearts, the
nope.
Royal Flush Gang.
Jack
No,
of
those are-
Hearts is patterned after a playing card, but he's not actually a
Is
playing
there
card.
not a playing card in any of his appearances? Surely there must be a cover that he's got playing cards
No,
on the cover
maybe.
as well. I would have thought.
I didn't
Yeah,
look.
he's got
No.
covers with cards on it.
I think
Yeah,
I
maybe.
saw
I
it
didn't
too,
look. The
but,
ones
yeah.
I have don't. It's not.
Gotta
Jack
have Gambit.
Yeah,
nope, no
Gambit's
Gambit
the
in
one.
mine. Nope. No Gambit. Mm-mm.
Oh,
No
Interesting.
Gambit. No Jack of Hearts. I went all hidden.
I'll tell you my theme, Roger, because you've given your one away. My theme, every single one of my comic books on this week's Cover Slingers, I've got the words "Hell have no fury like" on the cover. So
Wow.
there's 5 covers with that as the blurb.
How the heck did you find those?
Oh, that was quite easy.
That'd be hard.
Obviously, I was going through only because like I always pick out Cover Slingers like list choices. I was going through boxes. I saw that on a cover. Can't have no fury and I thought that'd be good. I'm sure I've seen that being used on covers quite a few times. I'm going to make a note of that, and then I found 4 more afterwards. So it was like, yeah, cool.
few of my favorites is skull covers,
Skull covers,
Horse.
yeah,
horse covers.
right. I think
Like,
we did
I like horses on the
Did
cover,
we do horse
Yeah.
covers? Let me see.
and
No, I'm not sure if we did
motorcycle.
horse, just
You did?
animals,
Okay.
I think. But yeah,
I like
We did motorcycles.
motorcycle.
I remember
Yeah.
motorcycle. I remember skull.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we did horse. I think maybe it
Um,
just came under animals, maybe.
We did
Yeah,
animals,
weird.
but that was way back when.
Yeah, I don't think we did specifically horses though, so we could use that for a future one maybe.
Heads.
Another
Yeah.
one I like to look out for is alligators. I look for
Yeah.
alligator covers.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
If you have Man Thing and Swamp Thing, you're set. And Kazar too.
Yeah, Tarzan.
Tarzan, yeah.
I think Rima might have had an alligator on one of her covers as well. I can't remember. Yes, she definitely did actually.
I don't see horses here. I see animals.
No, I don't think we did horses. I don't think we did.
Definitely did, huh? Oh,
I think it might have just shown it when people showed horses when they did animal covers. I think that's what happened there. That's not a bad one. We'll have to add that for a future.
yeah.
Future wheel.
I don't see it, but I've made mistakes before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I got a few more in here, and then I'll. Gray, you must be like having to go to the restroom or something by now, right?
Yeah, so massive. I just had a pint of tea, so I should
Yeah,
have to
I
the
mean-
restroom at some
I
point.
mean, you're younger than I am, but you're not that young, you know.
no.
Here's neat.
I feel
This is
that.
a coverless Batman number 70
Oh, cool.
from the. It's missing the first wrap too. This was in that
Wow,
pile of coverless ones I was telling you about.
but
I'm
that's
keeping it-
Wow.
Just in case I find the cover someday by itself, you know.
yeah, it's a good idea. Yeah,
You know, just in case.
find really, yeah, it's a
40s.
good idea.
And this is the opposite. This is just the cover of All American Western. Number
You
one.
should find someone to do a trade with. Look, I've got the cover of this one. Can you give me the cover
Right,
of that one?
right. Hey, I'll trade you the cover of this one for the innards of that one, and vice versa. Yeah.
Has anyone ever done like a Facebook page or a group for that kind of thing, like looking for loose pages, looking for covers? There must be loads of people who've got covers with no interior
that's
book
a good
and
idea.
vice versa. Surprised
good
there's no
idea.
kind of like group for connecting people like that.
Yeah, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Mm.
I've got probably 50 golden age westerns or westerns and related coverless stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Would you ever
here's
consider
Black- I love this one, Black Rider 26.
Yeah.
Look at that shot, and then he gets hit on the cheek, and you see the blood dripping down. Really cool design on that cover. Here's Strange Adventures 179. Golly, this glare.
Yeah, I know, it's terrible, isn't it?
Golly.
It's like they pick up every single little shred of
little
light,
ray.
don't they?
Yeah. I just got this one from Kyle. I've never heard of it, so I asked him if he could throw it in. Popo of the Popcorn Theater. I've never heard of this comic, and which is weird because I used to work in a comic shop and we had like every other title, but I've never seen this one. It's kind of like an advertise. He was a character, I guess, in a show back in the 50s.
Oh wow!
And he translated to comics. I've never heard of him.
You get so many ones there that we never see here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. That was a Charlton. I know you guys didn't get a lot of distribution there. Jungle Comics.
No.
Little gorilla action, little fainted jungle girl action.
No,
Control yourself, Ray. Control yourself.
Kanga.
You want to go after that girl? I know you.
How many jungle women are there anyway in comic books? There's got to be.
Oh gosh, please, at least
a few more than what I know. Kanga, Shana, Shanna. It's Shana and a Shanna, isn't it?
Yep, Shanna and Sheena.
Sheena, that's it. Sheena and Shana.
Oh yeah, there's like a lot of the miscellaneous ones in font.
Yeah,
there's probably
Rima
10 from the Golden.
Yeah.
Huh? Huh?
Yeah.
Huh?
Huh? Yeah.
1 and 2.
Wow. That's just an exclamation. It's not even a name, is it?
That's right.
That's funny.
It's one of those Canadian books, eh?
Yeah. Canadian.
Hey.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Hoser, eh?
You have to send it to TM Nerdy. Wild. At last, a clue.
Yeah, looking at a cannon.
Gorilla?
And the gorilla's lighting the fuse of the cannon.
They love the gorilla.
That's not going to end well. See, I was thinking of doing decapitated head covers, and this would have been one. Flip.
Oh my gosh!
I've never seen a creepy cover so goofy.
It's goofy as heck.
He's flipped his lid. He's literally flipped his lid.
It's flipped his lid. You got it.
Yeah.
That's number 2. Rayman might know who this guy is. Marmaduke.
Marmaduke.
Big dog.
I pressed
big dog.
This thing was just one big wrinkle.
Yeah.
It wasn't a comic. It was just a wrinkled mass. And I pressed it so it now looks kind of like a comic.
Have you done any soaking and then pressing yet?
No, I haven't done any wet cleaning or soaking yet. I've just done the dry cleaning. And
I can't remember when I first saw like putting comics in water. I was like, what? I can't believe it. I thought, surely that's not a thing that people do.
Right, you're supposed to avoid that at all costs.
Yeah,
right?
I thought it would just turn to pulp. I thought it would all just turn into mush. I didn't realize it was to keep it shaped like, and then
it does. If you don't keep it flat and rigid, it will.
It would just fall apart. Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, I leave that to Mike and Jerry.
Yeah, it's not for me.
Not for me. Yeah, that make me too nervous. Marmaduke Mouse. I don't know if Ray. I don't know. Do you know about this character, Ray?
No.
Me either.
No.
I lost patience trying to get some tape off some comics, and I just I ended up just shredding, peeling off half the cover with the comics. Like, screw this! I haven't got the patience for this kind of thing.
You can use Bestine. Like Jerry uses Bestine.
I'd have to go out and buy it.
Well, hello there, Mr. Bub. All right, this is the last one I'm going to show. Then I'll let you guys go. Tom Mix Western.
Tom Mix.
Horse cover.
Yeah, horse cover. That's right, Norrin. I didn't even notice that.
There you go. There's a horse cover.
Did he have a TV show or anything like that?
Yeah,
Tom
Mix. Yeah, and he was also like the spokesman for Ralston Purina. back in the 50s and maybe 60s.
Was that a cereal? Was that a
cereal? And they had various products, including like pet food, I think too.
Yeah, I listened to quite a lot of old radio shows, like is it Tom Canyon Space Cadet or something like that?
Tom Corbett.
Tom Corbett, that's it. Tom Corbett Space Cadet, sponsored by Ralston Oaties or something like that. I can't remember what it was called now, but something.
Yeah, a lot of those cereals were sponsored by products. Like Nestle had one, and Ovaltine.
Yeah, I don't think Ralston ever came to the UK. I don't remember a company being called Ralston in the UK. Was it an old company that got folded into something else, or is it still going?
I think it's still going. Yeah.
Okay. I don't think they ever made it over to the UK because I don't remember that name or any of the products that I've heard associated with them.
Oh, you want me to call a few more or what?
Okay, do this. Yeah, unless Ray's got something else to show.
Well, a few more, and then I'll.
Yeah, let me just show a few more.
Just a few more.
ND.
This is post. This is the post. When EC Comics tried to go in a different direction because the Comics Code was coming. Here's a Tales to Astonish number 47.
Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's got to be an old one, isn't it?
That Ray.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
You're gonna see this one eventually.
Is that giant hands? Is that one of the things?
I hope I'm there.
Giant
I
fingers.
hope I'm there.
Yeah, I remember
if
that.
it ever comes up.
Juggernaut got the fingers.
Journey into Mystery 103, the first Executioner and Enchantress, I think.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yeah,
very nice. Is that Kirby?
Yeah, it's Kirby. Yeah. Here's this Ray has this one. I was gonna send him this one, but he has it.
Yeah.
Ray 124.
124.
That's not first Hercules though. Is it first Hercules?
Second appearance.
No, not first. Second.
Yeah. I like Hercules. I always thought it was fun. One of the.
I like all the Greek and Norse gods.
Yeah. I think I like Hercules more than Thor because Thor's got no sense of humor. Whereas like Hercules, you could have a party with. You know what I mean? I can imagine carousing with Hercules. You know.
This is a really cool comic because it bridges the gap between Tales to Astonish, Tales of Suspense, Submariner 1, and Iron Man 1.
Okay.
And this is the only one because Captain America took over the Tales of Suspense numbering, and Hulk took over the Tales to Astonish. So these guys were without a comic, yet they had a story they had to finish, and it was only half a comic. So they put both of them in here.
I think we might need a bigger chat. We've got Quint in the chat. You're gonna need a bigger chat. I mean, bigger boat.
I think we're gonna need a bigger boat.
Yeah.
All right, this is the last one. The really beat up copy. Marvel Superheroes number 1.
King size special.
So that's kind of my box of like Silver and Golden Age, which I don't have enough of to make a run. You know.
Yeah. So individual, like load of odd issues kind of thing.
Yeah, I have more, but
yeah. Right, Ray, you want to show a few more?
Yeah, I got a few westerns here. This is Gunsmoke Trail by Ajax, number 2.
Cool. I think I've got one Western comic. I think one. No, tell a lie. I've probably got about 5. Thinking about it.
What? Really? No, don't you have like
maybe a few more? No. I had a bunch of Jonah Hex that I got for selling. I made some bulk and no, I haven't got a run of Jonah Hex at all. I've got 3 comics of what's he called? Firehair, the male Firehair, who is Caucasian but raised by Native Americans,
by Indians. Yeah.
Yeah. Because was it Showcase? Because that's one of my birthday books.
Yeah.
There's a horse.
X-Men.
Horse Norin. Horse.
Yeah. That was a good little story as well. I enjoyed that. And great Cubic covers on that as well.
We haven't done Westerns on Cover Slingers?
We have actually. We have done Westerns because Ranger Sly was on that one.
Oh, that's right. We did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you do then?
I can't remember. I had a few, but I know I've got this Billy the Kid one. I must have had more than I thought. Though. There's probably, I think there's a couple of weird Western.
Oh, that's beautiful, Ray. That's gorgeous.
Actually, saying that, I'm telling a lie because I've now got nearly a full one of Backlash.
Oh, okay. Okay. There you go.
Yeah, I've got more than I
There you
thought. I only needed one more Backlash.
Oh,
White
man, Ray.
Indian.
Man,
That
oh,
was such a
man.
popular concept, wasn't it? The like,
Oh, yeah.
the white man or raised by
Yeah.
the natives.
Very popular concept. Yeah.
Very popular concept. Famous Indian tribes.
Cool.
It was kind of like they kind of like messed with the outsider concept because they were always an outsider in white man's world, but also not really 100% accepted in their own whatever raised society. Heroes
Yeah,
of the
they're sort of
wild frontier.
They're sort of without homes. Oh, I have one of those
Yeah.
wild frontier ones. Yeah, cool.
I love that wild frontier logo. It looks like it's made out of wood hammered together. You see that in quite a
Yeah.
Exactly.
Cowboy
the way they used
stuff.
to make the forts. Yeah.
few. Yeah. Ben
Jim
Bowie
Crockett.
and his mountain man.
Ben Bowie. Yeah.
Is he
I
the one who
had
made
one
up?
of I had
No,
one of those
Davey Bowie
raccoon
made
hats.
it.
1955.
I had
What was
one of
that?
them raccoon hats when I was a kid.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I think I still have one, Norm.
No, they were very popular because the Davy Crockett TV show was massive. Apparently, I remember. So I remember.
Hey, there's a Western Outlaws. Cool.
remember Ranger Sly telling me that like they were running out of beavers or something because so many of these hats had, or raccoons or whatever it was, so many of them been killed to make hats with. For
I think it's
kids who
raccoons, not beavers. Hey, Mark.
love the show. Yeah.
Oh,
Black
Ray, you're killing me
Diamond
with all these
Western.
westerns, buddy.
It's kind of funny, well, I don't know if you call it
Black
funny, but
Mass,
you think
I think. Yeah.
you think how massive the Western genre was for such a long time. It's pretty, I wouldn't say it's like completely died a death, but it's nowhere near like got the popularity they once had, though, has it?
No.
You don't see hardly any Western films, no TV show. There's one or two, but comic books,
Yeah, but from the
Tombstone
50s.
was like the
50s
last
and
good
60s.
Western.
What was it called, Ryan?
Tombstone.
Oh, Tombstone, the film.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had the Quick and the Dead, things like that in the 2000s.
Yeah.
They're few and far between.
Mm. And the
But the
remake of the
Westerns
Magnificent Seven.
during the 50s and the 50s through the early 70s, late 60s, Westerns were incredibly popular, and the comics were too.
Yeah. And is it the white hats are always the good guys, the black hats are always the bad guys?
Right.
And is
well,
it something to do with like
right,
the
yeah.
good guys are always facing in one direction, the bad guys are always facing a different direction, or in
Different
the,
direction,
in the old
yeah.
TV shows or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I
you
like
can tell
the,
who was good and who was bad.
Look at
There's a
this.
horse cover.
Flaming arrow, signal for war.
Norin, his eyes are going like this.
He likes the horses. If you ever do a horse themed show, you can come on Cover Slingers, Norin, maybe.
All right.
Yeah.
Mm.
Just don't come on with Ray's on there and forget it.
Yeah. You get
Oh,
Range Rider. I've never seen
matched
that.
against an evil empire.
Remember this movie?
Bullwhip Griffin. I never
I
heard
do
of it,
not.
let alone remember it.
I do not.
Walt Disney,
Wow. I do not
Yeah.
remember. I don't think I saw that one. No.
1967.
That's a bit.
Well, I would have been like 2, Ray. So no, I don't remember it.
Wow, you are young.
Oh yeah, right. Look at this, Ray. Look at this. That's not there anymore.
Look at that.
Yeah, well, you're just a few years ahead of me. That's all.
A few?
I'm coming your way.
Are you in your 60s yet?
Not yet. Not yet.
Oh, I'm way ahead of you, pal. That's it for the Westerns that I got out.
Awesome,
You're
awesome.
younger at heart than any of us, Ray. That's all I know.
Thank you, sir.
Exactly. That's how you stay
Okay.
young. Don't grow up. No, and you got some more comics you want to show, mate?
oh, I'm good today.
You're all good. Well, I've shown all my Daredevils and all my others in the other room. So unless you want to show a few more, Roger, we'll call it a night.
All right, let's call it a night because I already put the box down here. And
No problem. No problem. Thanks for popping in. That's the whole thing of the whole idea
It's
of
an
this
oddball one.
hangout. That's
Oddball.
Oh, it's just hanging out. Hanging
Put it
around.
on the
That's
full
a
screen
Graham
second.
special right there.
I don't remember that one.
Wait.
Colossal.
Wait. You completed your Adam run, right?
I completed the run, so I must have it, but I can't recall it.
Yeah, that's cool.
You have a good look at that one.
Humanoid giants.
Yes, I was thinking that as well. I love them Atom ones when he's the biggest one there because he's
Right there, Roger.
Yeah, it's
the fingers. Yeah, that's right.
there's an early JLA one where they've gone to like a shrunken, a small sort of well kind of thing. For some reason, he lost his mind and he's like a giant, and they're trying to battle him kind of thing. That's
There's a Kirby reprint. Really nice.
Got fond memories of that one.
Yeah. I don't think I have the original of that one though. Oh yeah.
Dust to Dust. Is that
that's
Carrion?
Carrion, yeah. Which was the Jackal?
Yeah, the clone of the
Jackal. Yeah.
Was it? What's his name? Miles or something? Miles
Cameron.
or Niles or
Cameron,
is it?
It was his professor.
Yeah, some kind of professor.
Oh, I forgot his name. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna look it up.
I got that one. That's a cool one. Yeah.
I'm looking.
Does anyone else get that? Is it just my particular quirk that I always want to try and remember the names of the secret names of the supervillains? I always try and remember them.
I try to.
It's like a point of personal pride that I try to remember the.
I try to too.
These are superheroes though. They're always hard to remember because they're not like.
It was Professor. What's his name?
Miles Warren.
Warren. That's it. Warren.
Miles Warren, apparently.
Yeah.
That one was Carrion.
Is that Lady Death? Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. Boy, those cantilever chests are very
Lady Death action. That's an eclectic box.
Very different from what I see in women.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kyle, we're still going. Oh, you put this one on Instagram the other day.
Yeah.
Is that a new cover for that, or is that? I think it's a reprinted cover, right? From an X-Men comic. Yeah, I think it's from an X-Men comic. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that was all reprints that Marvel Superheroes one, wasn't it?
Yeah, but sometimes the covers though I don't recognize them. Wonder Man and and still got the card in it. I'm sure. Still has the Hitmaker card, right? Yeah.
Pretty sure mine's got the card still.
Still a package, yeah. I have that set. I have that 93 set. The cards, not all the comics.
All right. I've got a lot of the annuals that year, but I don't think I've got all of them. Is that everything? We'll call it a night then, because my throat's
right. You've been going for almost 4 hours.
No, 3 hours. Nearly 3 hours.
No,
nearly 3 hours.
4 Eastern, and it's
I started at 10. Is it? No, I don't think I started at. It says 2:51 on my timer thing here on the StreamYard. I don't know. It's long enough. Right. So a new way of finishing off. Okay. A new way of finishing off this show. I play the Grey Man jingle and everyone can dance to it, and then I'll end the broadcast.
I started at
amazing day. I'll have a great amazing day. Have a great amazing day. I hope you have a great amazing day.
Bye, everybody. Bye.